Do my taxes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Pump and Repump. I'm your host, Stas, and I'm losing steam on that intro. I don't know where to go from there.
Oh, hi, Larla. We're not late.
Interesting. No, we are late, Larla. We're late.
We're late. Actually,
I should get more angry about this, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
we ain't got time to process that.
We ain't got time to really dig in to just how long a trip to the grocery store took you.
Just for the record, okay, going to Costco is more than a trip to the grocery store. It's an experience.
Yeah, okay, you keep saying that, but it's like it ain't your first time, my boy.
Yeah, but you have to go down the aisles and you have to see what's new, like what's on sale. It's so good. Then I had a hot dog, and you would appreciate that. Chloe, thank you for the sub. Here we go.
Okay.
The hot dog stars at the end, the food court, delicious.
Yeah, was that the cherry on top?
Oh, well, I get a hot dog and a piece of pizza, and you know me, I eat like a bird. But there, all of a sudden, I had this appetite, this ferocious Knox looks at me, he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" He's baffled. He gets a piece of pizza. I get a hot dog, a foot-long hot dog, and you like dags, and a piece of pizza, and it's so good.
Did you say that at some point during the hot dog eating?
Yeah, you like dags? I was with my sister and her kids, and I'm like, Lou, my niece is Luna. Those who don't know. Like, Lou, like dags?
Yeah, she ate it up. Sure, that's her favorite movie, Snatch. That's what I heard.
Yeah, Snatch, of course. Great movie.
Okay, we got a lot to do. We got a lot to talk about.
And less time than normal. Woo!
Yeah, in less time than normal. I don't know what that means. We can just go. You know, we usually end at 9:30, but we'll probably go a little bit later.
We're going deep, baby.
Even though it's past my bedtime.
Why 9:30 your bedtime?
These are the sacrifices I make. No, it'll go past 10, and 10's my bedtime.
That's a lie. I've seen you up past 10 all the time.
Yes, circumstances change.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
Anyway, I went on some dates.
Stas went on some dates.
E-dates. They were e-dates, but I did go on some dates. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
First time in a very long time. In a very long time.
A very long time, and somehow...
Well, since I went on a date during the pandemic, which it was an experience, to be frank. To be
Scotty.
I almost doxed myself. I almost just doxed myself. Okay. So anyway, Herc set me up with a friend of his. And he wanted me to meet her.
Perfect timing.
And yeah. And I'm like, okay, sure, let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
And it happened. I found out a few things. One, they met each other playing The Realm of the Mad God.
Wait, people actually meet each other on that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was so like taken aback. Like, who meets someone on the Realm of the Mad God?
Who's fucking chit-chatting on Realm of the Mad God?
Exactly. Apparently, they got in a public TeamSpeak server.
No shot.
8 years ago and sparked a friendship. So I'm not going to say anything about her, really. I mean, she was fine. She was, a lovely woman. My behavior, however, I could not have been more awkward. All right. I thought maybe after the initial, after we finished our talk and I was done, I was feeling like, okay, it didn't go so bad. But on further reflection, every time I think back on it, it was so bad. It was so bad. I thought, you know what, Stas, even though I don't call myself Stas, in my internal monologue, but
do you call yourself by your name in your internal monologue?
Well, no, I don't. But for the purposes of this, recreation, I am.
Okay.
So I'm like, just go into it. Be yourself, be free, be fancy free, just be cool. Get in there and shoot the shit. Be conversational.
You do you, baby girl.
Yeah, be everything you are incapable of being. But just go and do it, put on a little song and dance and a little soft shoe and just do it.
I missed the whole
You didn't
story.
miss anything.
Jim,
It just started.
you're 2 hours late, Jim. We've been talking about it for 2 hours.
No. Um,
How to gaslight Jim.
so I didn't I got hit, First off, we were both awkward as hell, which didn't help. It was a new experience for both of us. And we started off the conversation okay, but then it just sort of became like an information exchange, right? I forgot how to have a conversation with people. I forgot how to ask a follow-up. I asked maybe a couple, but I forgot to like how to dig into the conversation and really be like, hey, oh, I'm interested in that, or tell me more about this, or
Did
do
it turn
this,
into
or,
like an interview?
No, yeah, it was almost like, okay, you tell me that, and I don't know, it got weird.
What do
Really
you do in your
fast.
free time? I like
Yeah,
to
shit
cook.
like that.
That's cool.
And yeah, okay. So another thing, that's a good point you made. I've said that's cool or even cool so many times, an absurd amount of times, and I never say cool. I'm like
Cool,
Abed from Community.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
his tagline. What am I doing? Right? I'm even thinking about it as I'm doing it. Why am I saying it all the time like that? It wasn't great. Um,
Do you think that spending more time reflecting on it, I, I feel like sometimes when we do stuff like that, we manifest a self-doubt that isn't necessarily there. Like, do you think maybe you're overanalyzing it, sort of?
no, I am not overanalyzing it a bit. That VOD needs to be reviewed. Okay, we need timestamps.
Did you
Okay?
record it?
We
That
need
would be
to dig
hilarious.
in. No, I didn't record it, but it was just awkward, and it was like, I mean, what I should have done, right? Like, I'm thinking, what should have been my game plan is I should have immediately put this girl at ease. Okay, I'm sorry, woman. I don't date girls. I'm 39 years old. Um, I should have immediately put this woman at ease because she was just as awkward as I was. So I should have nutted up and took charge a little bit and like said, hey, blah blah blah. I'll just start being conversational. I did not do that, and we paid the price for it.
You had an opportunity to lead and you failed.
Yeah, exactly. I did not lead by example or otherwise, and it wasn't amazing. I don't want to say it was terrible. I felt like we did have things to talk about. I will throw Herc under the bus.
Oh my God!
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. That's you, boo.
I feel like I will throw Herc under the bus a little bit because he said initially that we're both former librarians. Okay, however, she just worked in a library, right? Which is nothing against her, but she wasn't a former librarian. She just worked in a library, right? And so I led with that. I'm like, oh, Herc tells me you're also a former librarian, and she's like, no, I just worked in a library. I'm like, what the f?
How do you work in a librarian without being a librarian?
You're either a page or a clerk or anything that isn't, in charge of the ordering and cataloging of books.
Oh, so like as a librarian, you have more responsibility over like what's actually in the library.
Yes, the librarian is yes.
Okay.
So, and to boot, a librarian is a master's degree. It's
Right.
Masters of Library Science. Anyway, she just worked in a library, which is fine. It's cool, And then I talked a bit more about her. She had a actually pretty cool job. She teaches statistics at a university. Cool.
Wow, at a university.
We talked about that for a little bit, and then I don't know. It went on for a little while. It was I don't know how long a date's supposed to be, or a virtual date. It's completely I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing to know. There's no rules on it, Stas.
So we were just coming up with things to talk about. At one point, we were grasping so hard. She's like, "So, did you know we're going back to the moon?" I was like, and it's like, to me, it's like I'm really dropping the ball here. This is what she's.
That's starting to get to like. So, how's the weather?
We started with the weather.
Shut up! You guys talked about the weather?
Yes. Anyway,
Does she play video
That's not
games?
the worst part. That's not the worst part.
Stop.
Okay? She doesn't play many games these days, which I can understand. You know what I mean? People get old and they're not a goblin like me, so they play less.
Yeah, but like a little Realm of the Mad God together? That's a great way.
Yeah. You know what, Larla? I couldn't even be myself enough to be like, hey, what's your stance on bread? Because
How is that not like a top 5 question?
I understand. Do you understand how much I lost it? This is what I'm trying to tell you.
You're just like a deer in headlight, like, space?
Exactly. It's just I was so out of practice. I'm not even sure I've ever been in practice, you know?
Sure, yeah.
It was bad. I'm trying to tell you it's bad, and you keep disbelieving me.
Well, because you first told me it wasn't that bad.
It's not even the worst part.
Okay.
The worst part was the goodbye.
Oh, no.
And I swear to God, I went full corporate. I was like, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. You know, I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know how to end it. Okay. And I'm like, okay, it was nice talking to you. Yeah. And then it was just some stuttering and some maybe multiple goodbyes, and that was done. Okay?
Wait. Why? First off, where were you in mentally when you're like, okay, I need to end this, so I'm gonna like force this goodbye?
It was just like it had gotten to the point where I didn't want to take another awkward silence. I couldn't take another awkward silence.
How many awkward silences were there?
A lot. They're pretty much one in between every topic. I forgot how to talk to somebody. Do you understand? And it's very hard when you don't initially have something in common. Like our common point was Herc.
Herc,
right?
video games library.
Well, no, we already talked about all those. We talked about Herc. We talked about libraries. We talked about books. I mean, we talked about a lot of stuff, but all of our topics, they kind of like went past each other. Okay.
But yeah, okay, but I understand that happens, but even if you are quote unquote out of practice, you and I literally sit here and talk about nothing for like 3 hours every week. And that's just what we do on stream.
Yeah, I understand that, but
you know what you should have done? You should open up Twitter.
What should I have done?
You should open up Twitter and just start finding shit.
You know what? It's a very strange. It would have been strange for me to like get into the weeds immediately on the first date. I didn't want to like make her uncomfortable, right? And that's I tried.
You were trying to not make her uncomfortable.
I was trying to not make her uncomfortable.
Okay.
And I failed. I'm not saying I didn't.
I know.
You know. But it's not like, hey, I want to talk about gun rights. What do you think? You know.
That would have been so. I would watch that TV. Let's get Stas on like The Bachelor, or what do you watch?
Yeah, I'll be on Bachelor. Put me on The Bachelor, and then I'm 5'3", and I'm next to the next guy who's like the next shortest at 6'2".
No, can't you be the one, and then there's a bunch of chicks?
Oh, I'm the one they're all going for?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'd watch it. I'd watch the shit out of that.
Okay. So anyway, it ended badly. Yeah, Short Dudes edition. Yeah, Short Kings.
Little Kings.
Yeah. The least watched Bachelor season in history.
No, I think it'd work well, dude. Because people would be like, "How's this gonna pan out?" Like,
no, not women, and especially women who watch The Bachelor, they want a hunk. Okay?
Here's the kicker.
I'm gonna put that out there.
Here's the kicker. Even if everyone was short, there'd still be like a height hierarchy. You know what I mean? There'd be the tallest short guy, and he'd be alpha for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so it ended bad. I don't know where to go from there.
Would you go for round 2?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure yet. Okay. So I'm thinking, you know what? That date, who knows?
Well, wait. Hold on. We didn't. What did you think about her? Like, how was she? Like, I feel like you judged yourself a lot.
Fine. Well, yeah. I don't want to talk about someone. I don't want to like talk about someone like that in a public forum.
I mean,
right?
Can't you say?
I don't want to say a lot. What did I think about her? She was fine.
That's so fucking passive.
I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say.
Do you feel like
bro.
you had a good connection on any level? Was there anything going there?
No. It was okay. That's what I mean. I didn't feel any kind of way about it. But it's also only one date. You know what I mean?
So it wasn't love at first sight.
No, Jim, I didn't take my pants off. But you know what I did? I actually put real pants on.
You put was it a video date?
No, it wasn't, but I felt like I should show up.
You
know?
put pants on for a fucking online non-video date.
Yeah, I did. Okay, because I felt like it was something. It felt like I should just show up for something. You know what I mean?
I guess,
You can't be just
but like,
doing it in your PJs.
Can't you? I mean, that's the real you.
You can, but I don't know.
She should know.
There's a part of me that wants to be present, you know. And
did you put a tie on too?
No, I don't.
You popped the fedora on?
Bro. I'm not trying to do all that, Nonch.
Oh, so you'll put a little effort in.
You're not gonna see me wearing a tie.
Ever?
Maybe in my fucking grave.
When I don't got a say in it anymore.
Sooner rather than later with the stress I'm under.
Oh my God, Jim.
This is the shit he was waiting for.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So, but that's not all that happened, okay? So, I decided after the date, okay? I started playing Small Land, which is like it's a grounded clone. You know what it is. I'm saying it for the stream.
Yep.
You know, like a little survival game. I was playing with Commander
Mander.
Cortex. Yeah, Commander Mander and Nox.
Noxamillion Pegasus.
And Cortex was like, "Hey, Kirk's not allowed to set you up on a date. I'm gonna set you up on a date."
Oh, yeah. She felt like Herc was stepping on her turf, huh?
Right, like not like no, this isn't. No, I can't let that stand. So, Cortex set me up on another date that took place literally right before the podcast.
That's why we were late, guys.
No, that is not why we were late. Okay, it is not why we were late. We won't get into it because
we don't have time for that.
Yeah, we don't have time to dress you down appropriately. But I decided to make good with the time available to me, and I went on a second date. Now, I'm thinking to myself, okay. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I know what I did wrong last time. So now
fresh in your memory.
Yeah, it's fresh in my memory how badly I performed.
And you're ready for redemption.
I'm ready for the I'm ready for the redemption round. I'm ready to get back into gold after getting knocked down into silver.
Maybe bronze.
Yeah. Don't.
I didn't say iron.
Okay, bronze. Okay. I mean, yeah, if we're talking about my dating skills, I'm in the bronze league.
It's okay, buddy. I'm right next to you.
And yeah, calm down. So, excuse me, I didn't burp on the date. I guess is a win.
I don't even know
Normally
you burp.
I'm gaseous. I'm very gaseous.
I mean, anyway. I know you burp in general. I didn't know you burped just now.
Oh, I stepped away from the mic to breathe.
Yeah. Chocolate rain style.
What was I saying? Okay, so I'm going into this date. I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna nail it. We'll just be cool. Again, I'm thinking the exact same shit from the first one. I'm gonna be cool. All right. I'm not gonna be weird. I'm just going to go in and be conversational. All right. And we're just talking. We're just talking a lot of stuff.
Yep.
And there's nothing to be pressured about. Okay. And it worked for a good 20 minutes. And then I think I ended up in the same spot again where I ran out of things to talk about.
Sure.
And
how long were these dates? Roughly. Like estimate.
Shit.
An hour, more or less?
The second one, the most recent one, I think it was a little over an hour. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
The first one was about an hour and 40 minutes, which I'm not going to lie to you, it was probably a little long.
Yeah, that's why you're like, I need to step in and end this.
We did end up talking about a lot of stuff, but again, we were just like really struggling to get to those places. Anyway, the second date, she was lovely. We talked about a bunch of different stuff. And again, like I don't want to say too much about my date, right? Because
Sure.
that would be unfair. So it was nice. It was a good way to. It seems crass to call it like practice, but it was a good way to get more used to talking to people.
It was a good way to get experience, not practice, but good experience.
To talk with people, and it really both of the dates were just kind of a reminder of just how nerve-wracking and stressful the dating world actually is.
Yeah, for sure.
And because I had been out of it for some time, and I had forgotten how bad it can get.
It's funny because like you probably have a lot of company like of males your age, because there's probably a ton of people your age who are getting divorced and they're like back on the dating pool and they're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, I never knew what I was doing, but the thing is that when I was what am I talking about? Oh yeah. Like dating apps, I'm old enough where dating apps weren't a thing when I was like in my early 20s.
Oh
or
yeah.
even in my mid 20s. In my mid 20s, it was still like Match.com. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and barely people used it. Barely.
Yeah. So yeah.
Joe and I watched anime on our first date. Which anime? I am judging. Do you still watch anime at all, Stas?
I watch it very rarely. I read manga mostly, and it's so like a lot of the manga I really enjoy doesn't get made into anime, but
yeah. Oh, because you like rom-com
like,
shit or whatever?
Yeah, well, like anything, the book is usually always better than the movie.
Oh,
so
God. Oh,
it's better
God.
for me
Shove
to
it up
just
your...
read it. Well, anyway, as Chloe mentioned, it was with Chloe. That was who my second date was with. And what the fuck? Okay, yeah, and it went well. Better than I expected as well.
Better than I expected. Hot dog.
But yes, it was very stressful.
I can't believe you don't remember the anime you watched for your first date.
Okay, so I want to mention that the first date, we did talk about anime, and this happened so many times. We talked about anime, we talked about books, we talked about a lot of stuff we may have had in common, and we both liked those things. But we were talking past each other. Like we didn't there was no overlap. Like, like we didn't like any of the same things. So it was hard to find common ground, even among a shared topic,
Yeah, but you don't necessarily, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know that you necessarily need to have any like common ground, right? You'd be like, hey, I like this anime. You're like, I like this anime. Like, oh, I'll check that out. Or what's that about?
I know.
Or,
yes, but that's exactly what I did. I'll put that on the list, But that's it. There's nowhere to go from there.
It was The Witcher. That's not an anime.
I thought that's live action. Cortex, you're not.
She's just making shit up. Are you thinking of a different guy you were talking to? I'm telling him.
I guess the dates also were not, there wasn't any shared activity, I guess with like Cortex and Nox, they watched something. Ours were just conversations, which are fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but
the thing is, it's hard to, I think that's why a lot of people do first dates, like, hey, let's go to the movie or whatever. So you can like, ease into the conversation. There's not so much pressure to like hold a conversation the entire time.
Sure. I guess that's why dinner and a movie is such a standard, because it's like, okay,
it gives you space.
We have the convo, right? Yeah. Honestly, why would it's always dinner and a movie. Why isn't it a movie and dinner? I feel like going to the movie first and then going to dinner provides you with way more shit to talk about because you can just talk about the movie.
That's true. That's not a bad idea.
Anyway,
I feel like bowling would be a good first date. You like bowling, Stas?
it fucking smells in every bowling alley I've ever been to.
How many bowling alleys have you been to?
I don't know, at least half a dozen.
Well, do you go to the same smelly one every time?
No, I've been to different bowling alleys and they all smell the same.
What do they smell
Right?
like?
They smell like sweat, and cigarettes covered up with very cheap aerosol.
Do you like little cleaners, like little?
Yeah.
Do you
yeah.
like okay? Do you think gyms smell?
Gyms?
Gyms, like your cousin Jim.
Not as bad as bowling alleys, that's for sure.
Well,
I don't go to a lot of gyms. I've been to one gym.
You've only been to one gym your entire life?
I've only been to Planet Fitness, and it's the most corporate gym in existence. So I don't, it's not like some corner gym, where the
Wait, no, come on, what?
Training.
Did you not go to a gym when you lived in Ohio?
I went to the gym. It wasn't even a gym. It was the community gym for the apartment complex.
Oh, it was a room with a fucking treadmill on it.
Yeah, there was a room with two treadmills. There was a weight rack, but no one was in there. At most, one other person was in there while I was in there, and that was it. It was nothing.
You ever talk to anyone there?
Hell no. You think I'm trying to talk to people? I've already proven how bad I am at it.
Well, that's how you get better. Experience, practice.
Yeah, well, I wasn't in the practice mindset.
You were practicing something else.
Yeah.
Your lunges.
Treadmill running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gyms, Cortex, don't put ideas into people's heads. Women do not want to be approached at the gym. Stop.
No, see, that's bullshit. Some women don't want to be approached at the gym. Maybe even most. But some definitely do. Everyone's all worked up and horny.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you get those endorphins pumping, right? You start seeing sweaty people you're attracted to. Gym's exactly where you go to get laid, dude. Trust me, I go to the gym all the time and I get laid all the time.
How often have you been back to the gym since your brother took you?
0.
Yeah, 0 times.
0 times.
And have you got yourself a membership and are going back soon, or?
I don't know what's happening in my life ever.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to balance art with league still 3 months later.
You don't know how. What are you talking about? You're not trying to figure it out. You don't figure it out. You just
I'm trying to figure it out, Stas. I just play
it and play league.
That's not entirely true. I've been working on art.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tell me when.
I don't know, earlier this week. In the last 3 days.
The last 3 days. It's supposed to be your main source of income.
But it's not, because I have a stupid addiction to this trash game. You want me to... Oh, you want... No one cares about my LP. No one cares about my LP. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Anyway.
I was on a fucking rage last night. You could ask Knox.
You were already raging the day before, weren't you? Or
I rage every day. I'm a barbarian.
Yeah, I know. Yes, that's true. I have never been more accurate with barbarian than my life than nailing that class.
Yeah. I gave myself barbarian too.
Yeah, you did. You were honest about it.
We were in sync.
Okay,
I just called it passion.
Okay, I don't even know if I said this on the show. We are going to have a guest today, but he cannot, because we were delayed. He can't make it until about 9. We're going to get Herc on to talk about whatever.
9. So that's 25 minutes from now.
Yes, 25 minutes. Sorry, 9 Eastern. So
Yes,
yes,
yes.
in about 25 minutes we'll get him on. Okay, but yes.
How are we
You
gonna?
are struggling. I just read about I just watched a video about losers queue. Do you believe losers queue exists
What
in
is
League?
losers queue?
Losers queue is like after you lose, it's basically Riot has designed a system which places you with more losers.
Why? Why would they do that? How would? Why
I don't
that doesn't?
know. It's
Well, hold on,
it's
hold
a
on.
you can
Now that you're saying it, okay, I shouldn't say why would they do that because I already don't understand why they do it or why they do the system that they have, right? So let me give you a little rant, okay?
share rant away.
Just for a quick update for people who don't know how ranked in games works. You get in a game. If you win, you gain LP for League. That's called League points, I think. LP. I don't know. You gain LP, and when you go from 0 to 100. When you get to 100, you go to the next rank, right? So you go from gold 4 to gold 3, gold 3 to gold 2, gold 1, or gold 2 to gold 1, etc. Where I am right now, when I lose, I lost the game yesterday. I lost 31 motherfucking points. When I win, I get like 19 or 20, right? So I don't. Why there's a 11-point discrepancy between my wins and losses, and this is consistent. Every win is around 20 points, and every loss is around 30 points. And so when I talk to people, usually they're like, "Well, it's because you don't have a good win rate, or your hidden MMR isn't good, or blah 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 blah." And I think it was Hank yesterday looked it up to get like the details of it. And they said something about what was it? It was your win rate compared to how many games you have played. And I have something stupid like 1,500 games played or 1,000 games played or whatever.
Yep.
And I have like a 52 or 53% win rate, which doesn't sound good for people who don't know, but 53 over 1,500 games is fucking pretty decent. So I don't understand why I'm losing so much more than I'm winning, right? For some reason, and the proposed answer was something like I've spent so many games in silver that when I did grind and like win a bunch and like worked my way into gold, the quote unquote system still thinks I'm a silver player. And so when I lose in gold, I lose more because it's trying to pull me back down to where it thinks I should be.
It seems backward to try to put you there when you're actively getting yourself out.
It's not. Right? It's beyond backwards. It's like they're trying to punish you. So you work to get out of the silver queue. You get into gold. You're in gold. So now you're playing a higher caliber person, a higher caliber player. And if you lose to the higher caliber player, you are punished more than if you beat them. Like, how does that make any sense?
Yeah, and in those situations, you would think with an elo system, so when we duo, right, I'm higher ranked than you are, but when we win, you gain less than I do, right? Which should be the opposite. You should gain more than I do because you're quote unquote lower ranked, right? But it doesn't happen like that. It's kind of fucked, okay? I'm not going to tell you it's not fucked. It's kind of fucked, but I don't know.
Well, whose dick do I have to suck to raise my MMR? I've got 1,500 games. I've got it's got to be couple hundred in gold now. Like, what do I have to do to raise that MMR? That I can't see, by the way. That I can't fucking see. It's like, just guess. Just like, what do I do? What do I do?
I've always maintained that hidden MMR shouldn't even be a thing. It should just be it should just show you what it is. And then you go up and down from there.
Well, yeah.
Why are there two systems?
Yeah, what the fuck's the point of the you have like a quote unquote display MMR, like the one that it shows you, and then you have a hidden one. It's like, why would that ever be the case?
If you're in gold 3, you should be playing with gold 3s. If you're in silver 2, you should be playing with silver 2s. But you can be in gold and be playing. You could be in gold 4 and be playing with silver 3s. Somehow.
Yeah,
there are a lot of people playing League. It's not like they can't find anybody.
I don't. It's a mind-boggling thing. I can't
borrow a phrase.
Huh?
Did you say mind-boggling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You don't remember what that's from?
Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, that's why I say it. You know, when your mind,
okay, fine.
when your ideas get all, what is it, get stuck in your brain or stuck in your head, all jumbled up in a bottle.
Anyway,
You know,
yeah,
wait, you
it's a
like that?
mess.
You like that movie?
Wait, where do you think it's from?
What do you think it's from? I know what it's
I
from.
thought it was a Jake thing.
No, it's not a Jake thing. It's from Blades of Glory.
No, he had said mind bottling years before that movie even came out.
No. You think they stole it
And
from
then he
Jake?
tried to play it. Yeah, he no, I don't think the movie stole from Jake, but he tried to play it off as a joke. You know, he's like, "Oh, that's mind bottling." You know, I'm like, "It's boggling," and he's like, "I know, LOL."
Oh, so it was a Jakeism.
Yeah,
You were serious.
that's what I always think of it as, a Jakeism.
It's a Land of Lost? No, it ain't, bro. It is Blades. Of course it's Blades. There's Bolt Boy confirmation. God, Will Ferrell's just gold.
I don't want to get into the Will Ferrell conversation. I feel like we've had it multiple times on this stupid cast.
First off, this cast is great. How dare you? Second off, that just shows how much you don't know. You think that your own cast is trash, and that's why you think Will Ferrell's mid.
I refer to everything as stupid.
Yeah, Eeyore, I know. I'm gonna make you an alternative fucking
habit of mine. I will admit it's not a great habit of mine, all right? But I still do it.
I'm gonna make you an alternative skin when you're being like Mr. Negative, and it's just you with Eeyore skin.
You can't even do the art you get paid for.
Shut up. This is a passion project.
You know, and I've been offering you an alternative vice for so long to get you off of this League of Legends, and you won't take me up.
Trading one vice for the other doesn't fix the problem.
Yeah, but it probably won't be as sticky as this League one. You can't get rid of this League nonsense.
I see. Well, I don't want to. I want to fucking crush, you know? But I shouldn't say that. Actually,
okay, Vladimir.
Yeah, the alternative vices did work for your mom, huh? For quitting smoking?
Well, yeah, she went to vaping from smoking. So
yeah, and then she got off of it completely.
Yeah.
So some people can do that.
She's a pioneer.
After, do you know like how long did she smoke? Are we talking like a couple decades or like a couple years?
Since she was like a teenager.
What the fuck? And she quit when she was like what, 50?
Mid 50s probably, maybe early 50s, yeah.
So she smoked for like damn near half a decade.
Half a century, bro.
Or yeah, sorry, it's half a century. Get your mom on the podcast says. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
She's got to know the podcast exists first, Cortex.
Oh, she knows because so I was with my mom was there today, but we went shopping because she just showed up and I'm like, we're going shopping, we're leaving. She's like, oh, I'll come with. I'm like, okay, cool. Because she was just coming to the house just to see us, and
the boys.
And the whole time I'm like, hey, we gotta, you know, I'm subtly hinting them like in a little bit of a rush. I'm like, hey, we gotta go. Like, I got a thing going on. Like, I'm not trying to make this last longer than it needs to, or blah blah blah. And she's like, why? What do you gotta do? And I'm like, it's Wednesday.
Oh, the mom insinuation.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's Wednesday. It's the one day I have a commitment, like an obligation. This has been happening for like 3 fucking months now. I've told you this before. Right. Besides Thursday when I watch the kids, right? Those are my only hardcore obligations, quote unquote hardcore. And like, but anyways, we're talking about it. Or I brought up again, and she's like, "Well, why don't you just like, you know, not do it or whatever?" Blah blah. I'm like, I'm not gonna not do it. And then she's like, "Well, why doesn't Stas just do it by himself? People do that all the time." I'm like, you don't even know. I can't have this conversation with you, Mom. I'm just done. We're done. I don't need. You don't know what you're talking about. People do it all the time. How many podcasts do you listen to, Mom? She's probably like, oh, he's just having a little show with his friend.
Dang.
It's okay. She's
nothing
old.
like a mom to bring you down.
She's old. She doesn't understand.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, I remember when I was like 13, and my parents were probably because it was just like when I was big on UO, right? I was playing a shit ton of UO, and I had my online friends, right? But this was like so new to like the world to have quote unquote online friends, and my parents, I think they were just like concerned, like a genuine concern. And like, well, you don't like go out anymore and you don't see your friends anymore. And I'm like, well, I'm hanging out with my friends online. They're like, they're not, they couldn't comprehend an online friend. They're like, that's not a real friend. I'm like, yes, it is. We know each other's names and we talk and hang out all the time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't
Sure.
fault them for it. Like looking back, I'm like, it's such a weird new technology that's like never.
This was also back before the days of internet safety.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. They never really were concerned. I mean, not that I know
Yeah,
of.
mine weren't either, amazingly. So it was just like where the first time, because our gaming group met up to go to Cedar Point. You weren't there, but that's fine.
Oh, I remember when you guys did that.
Yeah, and it was like, hey, I'm gonna go meet up with some friends I met online to go to Cedar Point. And they're like, okay, have fun.
I trust your judgment.
Yeah, they trusted my judgment. Not really that many questions.
Well, yeah, at that point you were over an adult, right? What were you, like
Yeah,
20,
I was an
22?
adult. Yeah, for sure. But I wasn't. I might have been a little bit younger. I might have been 2021. I'm not sure. Those years blend together.
Yeah. Well,
But
they're our
there
age.
wasn't any concern, and there wasn't really much of a concern when I was younger either. You know,
Well, yeah.
I
don't know.
had a girlfriend online. I met up with a girl I had met online when I was 19.
Where did you
So
guys meet up?
we met. She lived in
Back of the
Pennsylvania,
Arby's?
so we met in the middle. We met in in middle distance between me and her.
At what, like a hotel?
No, outside of I go camping on the border of Pennsylvania and New York
You guys
State.
met
There's
in a
state
fucking
park there.
park?
Yeah, in a park. What's the problem with that, bro?
Oh, did you just met up and like just hung out for like the afternoon and then went home?
No, she stayed for a day or two and then
Stayed where? At the park?
Yeah, there's cabins and shit.
Oh, you guys rented a cabin.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm like, well, where the fuck did you stay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we stayed. Yeah.
You know, we met in the middle. Did you get a hotel? No. Oh, okay. Well, what the fuck happened?
We had accommodation.
Okay.
But
And
anyway,
you guys painted
how
the
do we get on
walls.
this?
I don't know. Internet.
Oh yeah, the
early
internet safety. Yeah,
Yeah.
nonsense.
And that's how Stas got laid.
Yeah, that's literally true.
Yeah. And that's internet safety, baby.
And that's internet safety. Yeah.
They used a
Ladies and
condom.
gentlemen,
That's
be
internet
careful.
safety.
Be careful who you talk to online. They may just be a polyamorous voodoo practitioner.
Yeah, you really did you not know any of that before
I mean,
meeting up?
No, I knew it before, but I'm trying to keep. I'm fresh in college, babe. I'm trying to keep an open mind.
You're like, this could work.
Yeah, there's and then soon you learn there's an open mind, and then there's an open mind. It's like, okay, relax.
Was it-
Sometimes you got to tone it down.
Would you call that willful ignorance?
No, I don't think it was willful ignorance. It was just something I hadn't experienced yet, really.
I'm gonna tell you. Did I tell you this already? I have the perfect example of willful ignorance. Did I tell you this
Yes,
already?
you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I experienced it for a whole night, hammered off of craft beers. Chat, we're talking about WrestleMania, baby, and it's fucking real.
Wait, did you tell me this?
Oh, what did you think I told you?
I don't know. I thought it was a different story. What happened? I don't think you said anything about WrestleMania.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying that's the perfect example where people know it's not real, but they'll just stay ignorant to it and enjoy the show.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
People are.
How was it? Was it amazing?
I watched one thing. I watched one, and it was like these two chicks going at it, and it was terrible. I mean, I don't know.
Better than dudes.
Well, yeah, better than dudes for sure, but that doesn't really mean much. The thing is, there's nice athleticism, right? But it's like, it's kind of like watching. I don't know. It's kind of how I imagine going to the circus would be or something like that. It's like, yeah, there's some athleticism there I can appreciate, but I don't really give a fuck.
Well, the circus sucks. The circus is from like the early 1900s, right? That's what people did for entertainment before there was radio.
It's predates radio. Okay,
Yeah.
but my point is, whatever. Like whatever it could be anything. Like track, right? like Olympic sprint. I guess Olympics, when it gets to Olympic level, it's a little more entertaining, but not really. Like I'm not sitting there actually watching every fucking track event.
Right.
I can appreciate the the athleticism or people breaking records or Usain Bolt and all that cool shit, but like I don't really give a fuck.
I don't know.
I ain't following that shit. I ain't watching that
I
religiously.
watched women's high jump, and it was pretty good.
That's for you. Watch that for something else.
I watched that at Jim's house, to be actually.
Good for you and
We all
Jim.
watched it together because the Olympics were on, and that would happen to be the event that was playing.
Yeah.
I was cheering for Sweden.
Yeah, you don't even know her name, huh?
That was for alternative reasons, not because of her athleticism.
Yeah, you don't even know her name.
No, of course I don't.
Well, oh, okay.
I can't be remembering. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the pants have always been on.
My pants are about to come
There's always
off.
some pants on, or at least shorts. I don't like to walk around in my boxers.
Well,
I don't like to walk around with no shirt on either. I don't know. There are men that do that, but I like to have a shirt on and shorts at least.
yeah, I'm a PJ like head to toe sort of guy. I'll sometimes pop it off for sleep time, but I don't like walking around the house. If I'm walking around the house without pants, it's probably because I'm hungover or still drunk. And it's like I'm just too hot.
Something about being drunk.
I'm hot.
Get your pants off.
I'm hot. I'm too hot.
No, I see how it is.
Fighting off the booze demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Have you ever drank at all?
I have drank. It's not so. To anybody who doesn't know, I do not drink.
He's a teetotaler.
Yeah, I'm a teetotaler, I guess.
Is that
straight edge?
Is it teetotaler like a conscious decision not to do it, or is it just
maybe? I don't know because the term is so old. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means really.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't drink. I don't have it's not like I don't have a drinking problem that I needed to stop. I don't
10 years sober, chat.
I don't have a fear of it or whatever. It's never been an enjoyable activity for me. I did not see the point. It never was something I wanted to do. I don't like congregating in places that are mostly about drinking. I've never wanted to really hang out in a fucking bar. Not really my scene. So it just was never a thing. And it never developed into a thing because when I drink something, I want it to taste good. And I'm not trying to sit there and drink something a bajillion times to develop a taste for it. You know, it's like,
bro, you ever have a pina colada?
I've had fruity drinks, but the thing is, I'd just rather have the juice. I'd just rather, because you can always taste the alcohol in it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I would agree with you. To it, but it's always like the drink is always better without the alcohol in it for the most part.
I'd agree with you.
There are some exceptions,
yeah, but
it's not like, hey, this doesn't taste like alcohol. I'm gonna drink a fuckload of it because again, I don't care.
Right. I mean, the reason people drink typically is they like taking the edge off or getting hammered or whatever it is, right?
Yeah. But babes, I'm all edge. Okay, yeah. You can't take it off.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe you should add a pina colada before your dates. That's all I'm saying. Loosen them lips a little bit. Start talking about some weird.
Yeah. Well, yes, maybe. That might be.
I mean, that is something people do for sure.
Some social. Yes, it's social lubricant. So, yeah. However, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually advocating for you.
I know. I'm not going to start drinking before every date I have.
It's like, I got a date, dude. I got line up the shots. I got a date, bro.
Yeah. Okay. We got Herc on the line. He's ready to go.
Oh, okay.
Anything else you need to talk about pre-Herc?
Yeah. So there's this guy on our Clash team. He plays mid. I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
He's a real piece of shit.
Oof.
I'm so sick of his arrogance, his willful ignorance, pretty much towards everything. I'm just kidding, guy. For chat that doesn't know, Hank is our mid laner.
So anyway, Herc's our mid laner.
Yeah.
All right. He'll be in soon enough.
All right, bring him on in.
I told him to get in the channel so you can pull him in, bro.
He can just get in.
Oh, he can join?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what the privileges are.
There
All
he
right,
is.
this is our first attempt at a guest. Welcome, Herc, to the stream.
Well, thanks.
So we've decided to bring on members of our community because that's the level of guest we can get right now. But no offense to you, Herc, but that's
No.
I'm just trying to
You got to
tell
start
the
somewhere.
truth. Okay, so questions. First thing, I know less about Herc than Says knows about Herc.
Yeah, what is my name?
Stop. Okay, stop.
Maybe wait. Let's. How about we start with this? How about we start with Hank? Just give us like a little voluntary information. Like,
Like what?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna. You're gonna avoid doxing myself too hard. but-
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to dox yourself. Maybe.
Stop.
What?
First off, your full username isn't Herc. Well, it is here in Discord, but in League, is it supposed to be a play on Hercules?
No,
Is it
no, it's not.
Hercules? What is it? Tell me.
That's
What?
Hercules.
Hercules?
Yeah, Hercules.
What is that a reference to?
It's not a reference to anything.
Okay,
It's just some
Stas.
shit you made up.
Stas, do you know what
Yeah.
clues are?
Are they like lewds with
Clues.
It's,
Hercludes.
So it's it's interesting. So my name was a recommended name with like numbers on the end of it or whatever, like auto generated it at some point. And I liked it, so I got rid of the numbers. I used to have numbers in my name in League like a long time ago, but I
Oh,
got
boy.
those like removed.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're a loser if you have numbers in your name. No offense.
for
but,
sure.
I
Don't say
would
that
like
to Lola,
Herc if I
she's
could
fine.
get it on League, but the guy who has the name plays it, so I can't get it. You can get
Dang,
the name if
bribe
it's,
him.
like,
So
free
it's just Hercules from now until the end of eternity.
yeah, that's alright though. I'm
Okay,
usually a
cool.
Herc on everything if I can be.
Yeah, it's a nice. I like the short names. You know. Herc
Yeah, I like the
says.
4-letter. I feel like 4-letter. Yeah, 4. You know, around 3 to 4 is good. Anything more than that.
Honestly, I personally like 3. I like the says, but the problem with it is there are
There's
so
only
many.
so
No,
many. Yeah.
there's only so many, but also so many platforms are like you need at least 4. Like you can't get
Yeah.
says on Twitch.
That's true. There's also
Or
only
Twitter, I
so
don't
many
think.
combinations of 3 letters that make sense, like at all. You know, like you can't just be like XWQ or something. I don't know. That's just like
Yeah, those are actually like super expensive domain
Yeah, they are.
names. Yeah, any 3-letter combination, it's expensive as shit.
hmm
All right, so I feel like just do like a who you are and what you do, or something like that, just real basic, and however you want to represent yourself.
You mean
Oh,
do as in-
no. First, start off with how you met Says.
Okay, well, I met Nox, which I mean
Mhm.
they're brothers, obviously.
Yes.
And I met Nox because my friend that I have is friends with Nox's friend, and Nox was
Mm.
streaming at the time. So Nox is friends with Muffins. I don't know if you know Muffins or not, Stas, but
I do not.
Okay, well, he's one of Nox's friends from when they used to play. I guess it was Overwatch they used to play together. I'm not really
I
sure.
think so. I think it was
about that,
Overwatch.
but-
Yeah.
My friend Alex, who I still talk to, was friends with Muffins. I don't know how they're friends, but I was friends with Alex, ironically also from a long time ago too. So like at the same time.
So it's a little 7 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
Says.
You're never too separated from anybody. But yeah, it's just mutuals. And then obviously I meet Says via knowing Nox, I suppose. So
Yeah, I don't know how it escalated from like you being a viewer to like you're just part of the group. I don't
Yeah.
remember that. There wasn't a real firm turning point in my mind.
I
Just
don't
kind of
know.
started playing
we
together.
used to play Fortnite for sure together back in the day because everyone played Fortnite. I feel like back in that day.
Honestly, one of the best things about Fortnite was like everyone played it, so like there was so much intermingling of people in like communities.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool.
I remember you used to play on your tablet or your drawing tablet or something.
Oh, yeah.
or something in Surface. I don't know. Something
Yeah,
like
my
that, but
Surface Book.
It's so funny.
I had I used a mouse pad that was like one of those old mice pads that are like for like a 1990s like office
The
job.
little small square ones.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
my so
Yeah,
my
they're just good
sensitivity
for
was like
nothing at all.
12. Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays you have things that cover the whole desk.
Yeah, these new ones are real nice. I used to think they're absurd, stupid like that because I have one of those long ones that goes like underneath your keyboard. I'm like, who the fuck
Yeah,
needs
that's what I
that?
have right now. I love it.
Yeah, I had one before that was just like a bigger one, but then someone gave this to me. I think it was this guy named Adrenaline that I played Fortnite with, of course. And we were gonna do a tournament together, and he ended up having to cancel like right before it. And he's like, I feel so bad. Like, let me send you a mouse pad or something. I don't know how that was the consolation, but he sent it to me, and I was like, dope. I actually love this thing, and I cannot get rid of it.
I don't remember how I don't know. Maybe we just had like League in common or something. We just started playing or whatever. I don't know.
I feel like I didn't play League with you until like I haven't played
Well,
League.
I definitely played League with Nox and Lana. That's how I met Lana.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, we played a little bit of Fortnite, but like mainly League.
Yeah.
And Hopper and stuff.
Yeah,
Chopper.
Hopper. The Lana side.
Yeah. Everyone's interconnected. A lot of spider webbing.
All right.
I got a hard-hitting question.
Go ahead.
How do you have time for every single stupid thing you do, Herc? Because I feel like there's a mysterious aura surrounding your life. Okay? Because you're always playing League, yet you somehow have a full-time or close to full-time job.
Oh, it's full time, yeah.
A full-time job. You have a fiance, is that correct?
No, we're not.
You have a girlfriend, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
A live-in girlfriend.
A live-in girlfriend.
Yeah, we just ate dinner.
Okay, a paramour.
Not only that, just ate dinner, by the way. He fucking cooks everything.
Yeah, he cooks it all.
He documents everything.
Okay, we'll get to the documenting soon. But you also exercise regularly, right? What, like once a day, 5
3
times
on,
a week?
1
What?
off for an hour.
3 on, 1 off for an hour. So, babe, we're talking 5.5 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay? And I just don't understand how you do all that and still have time to be playing so much League. Okay? How much time a week do you spend with your lover? I love using
Well,
that term.
on weekdays, probably like 4 hours.
4 hours a day?
Yeah, on weekdays.
Oh, and then
Damn.
they sleep together.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But that
does
doesn't
sleeping
count.
count? Yeah, I don't know. Does that count? I don't know.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't. Only in
It
his
counts a
pea
little
brain
bit.
counts.
Do you just go into the bed and you guys both like?
Quality time, you're unconscious.
I'm also pretty bad about going to bed where she is not. Like, she's very more religious about going to sleep at the same
Good for
time every
her.
day.
Right,
And I-
no,
Gotta get
no.
up in the morning.
It's very commendable.
We gotta talk about your sleep schedule too. But
Yeah.
hold on, are you saying that like when you go to bed, maybe not if their sleep schedule are way off, but like is there no interaction at all? Like you just like crawl into bed and you guys pass out, or you pass out and she's already asleep?
Well, it depends if she's asleep or not.
Right. So if you are on the same sleep schedule, going to, I don't mean like actually sleeping. Obviously you're both unconscious, but like going to bed together is a thing. Like you're spending time together, right? Usually there's chit chat
Sure.
and there's like catching up with the day. and
Yeah.
all
I
that
mean,
shit
that's like
that.
a chit chat for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes after. But
Right.
Like, I mean, we're like, so basically what I do is I cook dinner when she gets home from work, which is like 8-ish. You know, it depends on whatever.
When you say
traffic.
you cook dinner, is like always you or just mostly you or?
I always cook dinner and she always does the dishes.
Oh, cute.
So I am happy to cook because cooking is really fun if you don't have to clean up afterwards.
I 1,000% agree, and that would be sick to
happy to
have
cook
someone.
if she-
She's
Yeah.
the cleaner upper though, so
What?
Yeah, but I mean, we have a
Says it.
dishwasher,
Says it.
but like stuff
I'm
the
the
loads
everything.
and then put the dishes away and whatever. I don't know, but
I'm the all inclusive apparently.
yeah, but usually she'll get home at like 8-ish, and then we'll eat dinner together, talk about whatever, and then hang out until like 10 usually when she goes to bed. I try to do that most nights,
And
then also hang out like for an hour and a half to 2 in the morning.
yeah, 8 o'clock is late. Does she? What time does she work typically?
12 till 8.
Oh, so
12
she
PM.
works noon to 8.
Yeah, noon,
that's,
sorry.
that's one of the worst shifts, but
Yeah, I mean it'll change eventually. It's not a big rush
Stop,
though. For
whatever.
now, it's okay. And
Interesting.
obviously weekends are longer. Like it depends on what's going on. Like if we have Clash, I won't hang out at the nighttime, but we hang out all day. So
Yeah.
or like we'll go hiking or whatever. It just depends.
Is
yeah, and you go on hikes. I just don't know how anybody has the time for this business. Do you ever take a nap?
I really dislike naps.
How much sleep do you get a night?
Well, my ideal sleep schedule would be 10 p.m. to about 5:30-ish, around there.
Oh, God.
But it usually ends up being like 12 instead of 10 until that hour, which is unfortunate.
So you
but
get
then
5 to 5.5 hours a night.
But then I usually sleep more on the weekends. So like I'll end up staying up super late on the weekend, but then sleep in pretty hard.
What is sleeping in pretty hard to
I
you?
can't do 5 hours a night anymore. I need real
like
sleep.
a 10-hour type of sleep.
There's no way you sleep for 10 hours during the weekend.
Yeah, on the weekends, absolutely.
Why is that ludicrous to you?
Because I feel like
I feel like you do 10 hours every day.
Yeah, but I'm not always doing things. I'm not doing all this stuff that he is. He ain't got time for 10 hours. I go to sleep and I feel like on the weekend, like we'll play or whatever, and maybe I'll stay up like an hour or two later, and then I'll wake up and he'll be like, I've been up, dude. I've been doing shit. I already fucking went for a hike. And
college was very bad. That was much worse. I was getting almost no sleep. That felt awful.
Yeah, I remember when I first met you, because I asked you about this.
That was college. That was last year at college. When
you were just like, yeah, I only get like 4 hours of sleep. I'm like, and that you're fine with that,
awful.
and you're like, no, yeah, I'm, it just is.
I mean,
what it is.
I was because I was being delusional, but
I was being delusional. The thing is,
you're being delusional now. 5.5 hours. Jesus.
He's like, I can't do 4 anymore. I've emptied up to 5.5.
Well, my sleep schedule. I mean,
7.5.
sometimes it's 7.5. I mean, it just depends on when I actually get to sleep. Like yesterday, I think yesterday was 12, and then the day before that was 10, and the day before that I think was 10.
Wait, would 12?
Well, because I was hanging out with you and Brood last night until 12, and then I went to bed.
Oh! I thought you were saying 12 hours. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're letting these degens influence you.
No. He wasn't even playing with us. He was just hanging out.
I was just hanging out legally.
So it's not like we're like, oh, stay for one more game.
It's voluntarily. It's not my, it's my choice ultimately.
I mean, it's always your choice, but sometimes people manipulate you, and not you. I'm talking about everyone.
People manipulate.
I've been a bit better about that. Not like letting myself be convinced to stay for another game. Like I'll call LG more often than just staying on forever. I feel like.
Yeah, learning to say no is a learning experience. It takes time for most people.
I will say that I definitely do not need 8 hours of sleep. I feel like super rested at 7. Like 7.
Except for the weekend where you take 10.
Yeah, I think that's to catch up on sleep though, obviously, for like missing out on sleep throughout the week.
I remember when we were young, they used to say like, you can't catch up on sleep. Like any sleep.
You definitely can.
Yeah, I'm like, that's bullshit, dude. If I like have to, like I say I have to wake up early and do something one day, and I'm like, oh fuck, I ain't going to bed early. My body doesn't let me sleep earlier. So that night I'm only getting like 4 hours of sleep, and I'll get up and I'll do the thing or whatever, and the next day I'm sleeping like 8 to 10 easy.
Yeah.
And I feel great for it. I'm not like, oh shit, I overslept. I'm like, here we go. Now I feel better. Now I'm ready to fuck. So, science was wrong again. Did you hear that, Stas?
To be prescribed,
I heard you bag science, which fine. You can bag science.
Thank you. Stas, did I tell you about the foot?
The sacrier?
No. The foot, I'm being a little facetious here or whatever, but this because we're talking about bagging science. There's this article that I saw where they found a foot imprint. I swear I told you about this.
Yes, in the sand or something.
Yeah, and they're like, I think it was in Australia, and they're like, holy shit, this is the oldest known human footprint. It is from 20,000 years ago, right? And they're saying all this shit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like how'd they find? That's awesome, right? And then the next line. We know that this person was running 37 miles per hour, so our ancestors were fucking as fast as Usain Bolt, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you possibly? And they have a picture of like this little like, fossil of a human footprint from 20,000 years ago. And I'm like, bullshit. I call bullshit. There's no way you can convince me that you know how fast someone was running 20,000 years ago. There's too many variables.
You can definitely calculate the speed of somebody hitting the ground, but I don't know if that
based on what though?
Quick.
You don't know
the impact force that you're generating.
But would that not depend on like what the environment was on? Like
they probably calculated based on the density of the material that the foot is
you said a beach.
on.
What did you say? I don't know.
I don't remember a beach or something.
I mean, it's gotta be wild science. I'm not sure what the
I'm just saying that is feasible.
But it's also 20,000 years old. Like there's no way they know how like if the density
Yeah, I
was
mean, there's room
changed
for
over 20,000
interpretation.
years.
For sure.
Horse shit. That's horse shit. I saw that and I wanted to rage. Barbarian came out.
Yeah, barbarian. You'll rage at anything.
Oh, I just absurd shit like that. I was so into it. I was so into it. I'm like, damn, 20,000 years ago, they got a fucking fox.
They need
That's
to.
sick.
Maybe they need to bring back Mr. Wizard, and he'll tell you, and he'll just walk you through it. Or
Who's Mr.
Bill
Wizard?
Nye. Mr.
Fuck
Wizard
Bill Nye.
Mr. Wizard was the original Bill Nye. All right, you don't know about him because he was on Nickelodeon, and you didn't have that.
Then he can't be the original.
Anyway, he was on before Bill Nye even was a thought in his mother's belly.
What about I watched someone else?
It's not that old.
I watched someone else.
know.
I watched
Beekman's World?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. But anyway, Mr. Wizard was the original science guy. He was cool.
Do you fancy yourself Mr. Wizard?
Hell no.
Oh.
I don't do sciences. It's the scientific method to me is so boring and laborious. Gross.
Yeah, nothing like fucking putting books away. The fucking excitement.
I'm not even supposed to do that. That's the job of the clerk or page.
Oh, nothing
Okay.
like telling the page to put books away.
Yeah, boy, delegating is pretty nice.
That's power, baby.
Yeah.
Hank, what did you watch growing up? Did you have cable TV
Didn't watch TV as a kid.
at all?
Uh-oh, one of those.
No.
Wait, hold
I
on.
don't
Maybe
think
I knew this. I think I knew
I
this.
didn't really watch TV until I was like 15 or 16 or so.
Damn, by then TV was out.
Wait, what did you do? What did you do all day? What did you do growing up?
Read books.
Yeah, I mean, that is the answer.
You were a
Read,
big
and
book
then-
reader?
Yeah, I used to read a lot as a kid, and I would play piano, and also I would.
Did you go
I
outside
got
a
into
lot?
computer a little bit before I started watching TV. I don't know if that's like whatever, but
You're an alien to says right now.
Well,
that's fair.
he's an alien to everyone. Commander Mander sitting in chat 20 minutes ago.
True.
But
You know what? I mean, Herc comes by now, so he's just a little bit of an odd duck.
Just how I was
Would you
raised.
agree?
I don't know.
I
No,
mean,
no,
hey,
I think it's unusual. I don't think my behavior is like bad by any means, or like
I didn't say
it's
bad, I just
strange
said
because it's
odd.
unusual, sure. But
it's well, yeah, you're well, it's not meant as an insult.
yeah,
An
I'm
odd
not gonna
duck.
take offense
You're
to
not
it.
duck.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
think
not
it's
taking
actually there's a lot of good things about it that like because society
Yeah,
tends to
it's
eat a
just
lot of
different 'cause
sugar,
it's not
a
the
lot of
norm.
processed
It's-
food.
Yeah,
eat a-
yeah, and your brain isn't full of commercial jingles like mine is.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
you recognize that one now, though.
Well, yeah, well,
Well,
of course, that's the most famous one.
You also been hanging out with me, and it's just like stuck in my brain forever.
That was it was Moon Sub Sound, I think. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, it
or-
is,
It was
it is.
something like that. It was one of the.
Did you
So I got a
go?
lot of movies spoiled for me, basically.
Were you? Yeah, were
But
you?
like, I mean, whatever.
Were you outdoorsy kid or no?
Yeah, I would say outdoorsy.
Like what? Are we like adventuring with friends?
Climbing
Did you go
any trees I
fishing?
could find.
Climbing trees?
Yeah, not a little bit of fishing, but not like I wouldn't say I was a fisher. You know, I wouldn't say that.
Did you always have a magnifying glass in your pocket?
What the fuck kind of
Dang.
question is that?
I don't know. Maybe you had like a real Encyclopedia Brown childhood.
Why did you say dang? Like, are we playing like a guessing game? We're trying to like peg him with random questions. Like we're playing 20
Yeah,
questions.
No.
what's that game? What's that one where you have two people on both sides or whatever? Guess who? Yeah.
Did you wear a hat?
Yeah. No.
Did you wear neon 80s colored clothing?
I wasn't born then, so no.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He's not that old.
Neither. I mean, I guess technically I was born in the 80s, but
I saw
when I
a
was
lot of people wear that when they went skiing, though. I think that was like the.
oh for
I know.
sure. But like well into the 90s, my parents were still dressing me up in that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 94, and I still
Well,
got
I'm not
Sure,
sure
but
how-
I
I'm
was
not sure.
born in '95. To be fair.
that's well within the realm. You could have got hit with some hand-me-downs or something.
I think semi-rural Wisconsin was probably behind the times fashion-wise for a number of years.
Oh, fucking
By
I
a
guess I
number
can
of
talk
years.
about siblings. I could talk about that.
Yeah, the other thing is I don't know how much we're gonna pry about your personal life. I don't want to overstep,
Okay,
so
so
I am
you're
interested in
from-
siblings.
How about
You're-
this? You can
okay.
ask whatever you want, but I will elect not to answer something. If it's,
Okay,
like,
you're
too
from the
personal.
state of Massachusetts. Do you live in the state of
Originally,
Massachusetts? Are you
no.
from there? Where are you from?
Okay.
Originally.
Well, I would say right now I'm from Boston because that's where I've been for 8 or 9 years. But I
Okay.
was born in Maine.
Born in Maine, and that's why you don't have a Boston accent. Is that correct?
In my opinion, people don't really have that accent here.
You gotta go to the
Oh,
south
that's
side
fake.
for that,
That's
baby.
a TV nonsense.
Yeah, I think that's a main. So that was a thing. So I'm told that was a thing in like the 80s, and it was like a specific regional dialect that's just easy to like replicate. So that's why they kind of like pump it up on like
Yeah.
that kind of.
A Southie?
Yeah, it's a Southie accent. Yeah, but that's not like you can hear it. Like I hear it occasionally, like rarely if you're in that part of town, like outside of Boston, in like older guys, like 50s.
Well, I feel like that's also true of like a
regional
Wisconsin accent, right? People
That's
always
fair.
they kind of like give a Wisconsin accent or like a northern accent, kind of like that Canadian. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but like
think
people
it's
around
just
here
like an
don't
accent
really
that's
talk
dying.
like that.
Yeah, it's an accent that used to be a thing that I don't think is like a thing anymore.
Or sometimes you get like someone's mom still talks like that or something like that. 50-year-old mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
think
so you
also
moved
it's
to
like a big
Boston for
college
school? Is
town.
that what happened? And then you stayed?
Yes. Yep.
Cool. Are
So
you planning on staying there? Or you thinking Boston's a settled down city, or you don't know?
We cannot really get a house here, so no, probably not.
do you prefer city? Well, when you were in Maine, were you in
Mm.
city or rural?
I wouldn't say rural and I wouldn't say city. I guess you could say
It's
suburb
like
kind
small
of thing.
oh, suburb, okay.
S- Like a medium.
Did you ever go to a lobster festival?
Yes.
Were they as good as I think they are?
I didn't eat lobster at the time, so I don't know.
God damn, Herc.
Oh
I
wait.
was a vegetarian.
Yeah,
for
that's right. You were a
23
vegetarian
years.
too.
22 years, 23, something around there.
Still?
something like that. No, 22,
Oh,
23.
Like 0 to
years.
22.
Oh, you were raised vegetarian. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
cool.
yes. And I stayed
Gotcha, I gotcha.
vegetarian for a little bit, like all through college, pretty much, and then I kind of stopped.
Okay, I got a couple questions now. One,
Mm,
what made you decide to branch out from it after that long?
I think honestly, being in like a bigger city, there's just like so many food options where like it was a lot simpler to just like make food or whatever for myself, and like it's a lot easier to eat like a set diet, right? Because it's the same thing or whatever, so it's easy to prepare, it's easy to shop for, it's easy to find. But like
Yeah,
you
it's
see all these
familiar with it.
exactly. But then there's like so many like different foods and stuff everywhere, so I would like I don't know, I'd be like, well, I kind of want to try this stuff because I'm more of like I don't know. I feel like I'm adventurous in that kind of realm where I'll try whatever. I'm not like too, I feel
Crickets.
like I'm not too picky nowadays.
Did you eat crickets?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you
cricket
have?
lick it?
I've eaten dried crickets.
What about
if you're
mealworms?
asking about- Mealworms? No.
World Economic Forum or whatever the shit they want to see mealworms.
No worms.
Right, Stas?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I
So-
saw something on Twitter where they were like, they want the World Economic Forum, or I think it was them.
There have been people who've been pushing bug eating for some time.
Yeah, they're pushing it because they're saying it's greener, so like everyone needs to start eating that instead of meat or something like that. I'm like,
well, you know
fuck
what?
that.
Rich people first.
Yeah.
Make it
I mean,
gourmet, and then
It
we'll
is
talk.
quote unquote better for you if you don't mind the taste because it's like less like up the food chain, right? So you're getting more like material source, but it's also like if you're
Well,
not into
aren't
it, you're
you-
not into it.
Wouldn't it be also true you're probably getting more pesticides?
Yeah, I mean it depends, right? With anything, like what pesticides are being used and where you're getting the
Yeah,
stuff
well, we
from.
live in
and-
America, Herc. We got the worst kinds.
That is fair.
It was the worst of kinds.
Yeah.
It was the best of kinds.
I mean, yeah, it depends. The thing is, like in fish, for example, like mercury goes up the chain, right? So like a tuna will have a lot more mercury than like a salmon, or like the bigger fish eat the smaller fish and it absorbs more.
Yeah, biomagnification for
okay,
sure.
I got you.
For sure.
So,
But
it depends on the quantity, and that's why it's like a hard thing to answer because it depends.
it also makes you wonder if going up the food chain, all of those fish going up the food chain aren't filtering out a little bit along the way. So if you ate all of the little stuff yourself, you'd have to do all the filtering from the beginning. You'd actually get more.
Well, No, aren't does it like mercury just stays in your fucking body, right?
You can't get rid of
Yeah.
mercury at all?
I mean, you can, but it's not like a fish is going to be able to.
There's no
Like, at any
natural
reasonable
process that
route.
reduces
Not at a
mercury?
reasonable rate.
Yeah,
There
the
is,
fish
but
ain't
not at a
taking
reasonable
probiotics, bro.
Why would probiotics help with mercury?
I don't know what. It's called a joke, man. Just drink your milk and shut up.
Fucking suck on that cherry, you little shit.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Make it-
know. I mean, I guess I don't know this for a fact, but I don't know like what fish particularly eat like vegetables or like plant protein. So I don't know if like that's in a fish diet. I don't know. That's how you would get rid of mercury is fiber. So I'm not sure if like.
Fiber
Damn,
helps
I'm-
get rid of mercury?
I take
Yeah.
fiber every day. I'm doing great.
So I don't know like what fish are eating vegetables or if they're just. I don't know. I guess it depends on the fish.
He doesn't eat fish.
I mean,
so it's
you-
the fish.
You generally not. I don't dislike it. I'll get it once in a while, like a fish fry or whatever. Fish fry is really big in Wisconsin, actually. Stas, we were talking about
Yeah,
Wisconsin
I
food.
don't even talk about it. I could demolish a fish fry right now.
Swordfish is so good. Salmon is so good.
I've never had swordfish.
Very
Is it a
Swordfish
white
I've
meat?
had. It's good.
It's very good.
Is
I
it-
mean, you gotta like anything if you cook it well, it's always good.
Right.
You have a good,
That's
nice
just-
shark steak.
No, I kind of would like to try that though.
Yeah, I've had them. They're good.
You're a
It's eerily similar to like beef. Not, I mean, you
Interesting.
can taste the difference, but
I'll
it's like
look into that.
surprising how close.
You had a shark steak, Stasel?
Yes, I've had shark.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I'm Apex, bitch. Okay.
You ain't Apex at all, bro. You eat a fucking dried out piece of chicken every day of your life. How did you have shark?
I do not. You put meat on a grill and I will eat it. Okay. I'm
Says
not
they're
averse
similar
to trying
swordfish or
different
salmon,
stuff.
so I would probably like it. Okay,
Yeah, it's a
cool.
It was
I'll look
good.
into that.
Turtle?
Nah,
You haven't or you wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
You
I
wouldn't eat,
haven't, and I wouldn't.
you wouldn't eat a turtle?
No, they feel too. I don't know. They feel like
He's
a
got a
pet.
soft spot.
I'm kind of opposed to eating something that can be a pet. That's I don't
You tell me you can't have a pet shark, bro?
know. Maybe if you own an aquarium.
Hell yeah, dude. Gator? What about gator?
I do want to try alligator. Lano's talking it up, and I'm actually really interested.
Talking it up. I've had it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Well,
just
he
worse.
said it was good.
It's worse chicken. Like there's no reason you get gator over chicken. That's what I would tell you.
You just would like to try it.
Oh yeah, you gotta try it for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but people
try it.
who say it's like good, it's like no one would pick this over chicken.
That's fair. I wonder if it's like prepared a certain way though. It's better though.
I mean,
You know,
I'm
maybe
sure that's
some
part
kind
of it.
Cajun alligator. I don't know.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
just have
I can
Cajun.
see.
But then just have Cajun chicken at that point.
I had duck bacon once. It
The
was very
fuck is
good.
that?
Duck
Duck's,
bacon.
Duck's
Well,
good.
Commander Mander says duck is best meat. Changed my mind. I
Eh,
had duck bacon. It was basically like imagine a salad, right? But instead of a bowl, it's on a plate and holding the salad in, right? Because it's a fucking plate.
Yeah.
Is just like these extra thick cuts of duck bacon in a circle.
Okay, but no. Okay, my point is, what part of the fucking duck is bacon?
I mean, any part could be bacon. I
Yeah,
suppose.
it's just cured fucking meat,
Yeah, it's just a
right?
strip of meat that's cured.
Usually, bacon is like, it's the pork belly. It has lots
Yeah,
of fat
part
in
of
there.
it.
It's
Yeah,
very
Guess what?
specific.
They all got bellies, bro. Everything you know has got a belly.
Yes,
I
but
got a
you don't.
belly.
There's
Can you
no.
milk me?
There's no beef bacon. Where the fuck is?
There can be. Maybe
You
we
can
just
get
don't
beef belly,
haven't
but it
tried
ain't
it.
beef bacon.
I don't know. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you just don't know about it.
There's.
I mean, you can have beef bacon for sure.
Show
I've
me.
seen it at the store.
Show me the tits on a bison, bro. No.
Aren't bisons male?
No, I think.
Or
I
is
thought.
I
or is
think
that
bisons
steer?
are
Oh, I
both.
can't remember.
No, steer is male. Steers
Yeah.
are castrated males.
It's true.
Specifically, a bull is a.
Oh, right. Male
Yeah.
bison are called bulls. Okay, I see. And then
You
the
wouldn't
females
believe
are
the number of
cows.
genders cows and horses can have.
Yeah, I believe you.
We
Oh, it's not-
can't get past humans having.
It's
two,
not genders.
more than two.
Those aren't genders.
Descriptive.
I mean, they are. They absolutely are. If you're talking about equine insurance, which I happen to know a thing or two about.
First off,
yeah?
there's
You
no
sure horses?
shot that those are considered different genders. But more importantly, why the fuck do you know about equine insurance?
Because my company does equine insurance.
Shut up. That's what you
cool.
do?
That's just one of the many types of insurance my company.
Equine insurance?
That
No
was
wonder.
one of the grossest things that ever came out of my mouth.
No wonder you get paid so much.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
collecting the seed.
Well, no, anything involving horses is just like you're fucking
That's true.
rich.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true.
Add another dollar sign onto it.
It's like you want to know if someone has money? Do they have a boat? Do they have a horse?
Do they have land for the horses?
Well, you can only, yeah, I mean, generally speaking, you only have a horse if you have land. I guess you can rent a stable.
I mean, yeah, you can rent. Yeah, you can rent the stable. Keep your horse there.
All right, hold on. We went way off tangent here. All right, bring me back.
Mhm.
Bring me back to so you're young. You're a vegetarian,
Hmm?
and so I'm assuming both your parents were vegetarian. Are
Yes.
I
I don't know. I
Been
don't know
the
about
weirdest
R.
thing growing up.
I can't say
Dad
R,
just
but
eats
is.
the meat and he's not allowed.
Okay, can we dive into that? The R versus were.
Oh, I don't know if they still are. I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
How don't you know?
Oh, I don't talk to them anymore, so I'm not sure. I wouldn't know.
Wow. Wow, it says.
I kind of had a hint that this was a thing, but I don't want to overstep here. If you don't want to talk about it, I'm kind of.
You could have just not asked in the first place.
No, you're good.
Why he said ask and he'll say no if he doesn't want to ask.
Yeah, I don't mind.
You're making this worse, damn it.
No, I'm not making it worse. It's called tact.
I have tact. I'm asking tactfully.
It's okay, fine. That's fine. Ask your questions. I got an activity.
You have an activity?
Yeah, it's called the lightning round.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just wondering. So you don't talk to your parents anymore?
Nope.
When did that start? When you moved to college?
Yeah, basically.
Ish?
Yeah. Ish.
How many siblings do you have?
4.
Do you stay in contact with them?
One of them occasionally. The rest no.
Okay, and do they stay in contact with your parents?
I would have no way to know that.
Oh, okay. Well, as far as you know, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
As far as I know, I don't know. I mean, everyone's out of the house, so.
Yeah. Okay. So you just like done with the family, or are you the black sheep, or?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know. What's black sheep mean in that term? Like just the different one?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's my opinion. I guess I might be seen as that, but I don't know.
Okay. What about what's her name? Christina?
Yeah.
Girlfriend?
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been dating?
Since 2016 in the fall.
How'd you meet?
College.
Holy shit, 2016.
No. You know, you got to do better than that. Herc.
Sorry.
You gotta
Okay,
drop-
fine.
Set me a scene, my man. Get a little romantic.
Sure.
with
Okay,
it.
so in the previous semester, so we like started dating in the fall of the next semester, but in the previous semester we had like a lot of the same classes because we were doing like similar degrees or whatever. So I ended up seeing her in a lot of classes, and I was like interested in her. And then we started, like, I was like, whatever about it. And because I think I was seeing someone else, or like, I think I just stopped seeing someone else or something at the time. So I wasn't really like interested just yet.
This fucking player.
And then, sorry, what?
Said this player, dude. He's just hopping from one chick to the next.
Good for him.
But yeah, so then in the fall, we had like 3 of the classes together or something that were small classes. And we ended up I don't know, we just ended up connecting a lot.
Uh-huh. And who asked who out first?
I think it was like a mutual thing.
How?
And
Someone
where was the
approached
first-
someone first.
And where was
I
the
think we
first
were just
date?
talking about stuff. We went on a walk
Cute.
I'll allow it.
around the there's like, what do you call it? It's called the Boston Common, but there's like this little like, I think it's like 8 miles around or something like that, the whole common, and there's like swan rides on like part of it, like a lake, and then there's like, a lot of college students will just like hang out there and like study or whatever, or do whatever, out in the grass area.
How did you get in? I'm jumping topics already. How did
Yeah,
you
that's how it is.
how did you get like you like cooking? You do a lot of cooking. You like a lot of self prep sort of shit, right? You don't eat out much often. You don't really do sugar. You don't do treats,
I would say
candies.
eat out maybe twice a month for dinner, like a dinner date, probably like twice a month.
How did that
That's
start?
more than
Like,
we do.
huh?
You don't eat out twice a month, right?
I mean, I just had a hot dog at Costco. Does that count?
That counts
like-
in the absolute worst way.
Yeah. It was
Or, like,
fucking
if I
delicious.
go, like if I go out, I want to get something that like is either
You can't do
too
yourself.
much effort. Yeah, it's too much effort to like do myself. Like I could make sushi at home, but I
Mhm.
know it'll be much better out, and like they have access to like depending on the place, very fresh fish that like you can't actually get yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah, like you're not going to
Or, like-
order spaghetti.
No. Or like I'll get Indian food because Indian food is trouble. That is
A lot of
real
effort. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that's so much effort, and like it cannot even come out that good, even if you put in all that time. So
So okay. So growing up, how did you get cooking? I feel like a lot of people don't cook these days. Was it something you grew up into, or like did you just like you moved out on your own? You're like, I gotta do this.
Kid. Yeah, definitely not as a kid. Well, I was on my own, obviously, for 2 years before Christina and I started dating. So I was like in a, whatever, single bedroom shitty apartment or whatever. And I would like cook then and like just make myself meals because it was honestly just saving me time. I was like, this is just like more efficient to save me time in the future, like meal prepping and stuff.
Yeah. Damn, you were ahead of the curve, man.
Nothing like fancy, but like, I mean, you can pre-cook rice. You can, you can freeze a lot of things and like set it out to thaw and like, have it ready to go. So you're just spending less time. You spend one afternoon, you're good for the week.
Right. Meal prep is
whatever.
amazing.
So, yeah, just I feel like it saves a lot of time and it's usually worth it too because you can make stuff in bulk, so it's a lot cheaper.
Well, yeah, it's cheaper. It's generally healthier.
Yeah, and you're not so tempted because if you're making good food, you're not tempted to like go out to spend money on whatever and
Blow
like,
down
waste
some
money on
Pop-Tarts.
random- Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like if you eat a lot of protein
Go to
and fibers,
McDonald's and
vegetables, you're not
whatnot.
really interested in sugar or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm always
Full.
interested in sugar. That's
That's
a
fair.
lie. No matter what.
More than bread?
I do like bread.
Shit. No, sugar and bread. That's the battle. Way.
Well, let me ask you this, all right,
arteries.
Stas? You get to have one or the other for the rest of your life. The other one's gone forever for you. Breads
I think I'm
or candies?
keeping bread. I think I'm keeping bread.
You're getting rid of candy?
I mean, bread's definitely healthier for you.
Well, yeah,
than
but it's
candy,
not that's not by
I-
you know.
You're asking me. You're asking me to make Sophie's choice here. Okay.
Yeah, well,
So-
Sophie had to.
Yeah, so I already did. I said bread. I'm not gonna love it. I'd hate it. I'd be crying into my pillow for the rest of my life. But that's how it is.
That's what happens when you make it
With
Sophie's
bread.
choice. Oh, that poor candy.
Okay, let me do the lightning round.
This is gonna be good.
I got 17 questions here, Herc.
17?
I want these are rapid fire. The first answer that comes to your head, you got to.
Sure.
Okay. Are you ready?
This is gonna be
Yeah.
good.
All right. Put a minute on the clock.
Actually,
There's no time limit. No.
Oh.
No. That was a joke. Relax.
Relax.
I didn't know if I had some responsibility you didn't tell me about.
All right. Lightning round. Here it is. This is the most you're ever going to know about Herc. Have you ever slapped a ham to something that immediately disgusted you after you finished?
What'd you say?
Have you ever slapped a ham to something that immediately disgusted you after you finished?
No.
Have your parents owned horses or a boat?
Boat, yes. Horses, no.
What year do you think we'll get someone on Mars?
2035.
Who's the hottest guy on the Clash team? Quick, remember, we're quick here.
True. Lana.
Has a woman ever slapped you for being too fresh with her?
No.
Do you feel that one was for me? Do you ever feel ashamed at some of the rock climbing puns you inevitably let slip while rock climbing?
I don't make puns like that. when I'm
That's a lie. What's the
I
most
don't.
disgusting thing you ever ate?
Probably anything burnt is just so gross.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
What's the minimum length necessary to qualify for a big dick?
7+.
What's the most overrated band / artist?
Nickelback.
Who's the biggest degenerate on the Clash team?
Also Lana.
Do you? That was a safe answer. Do you sing in the shower?
Occasionally.
Do you pee in the shower?
Yes.
Have you ever yelled at your girlfriend? Have you ever yelled at your girlfriend for, quote, dressing like a tramp?
No.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
I don't know what that means.
That's a that's a Pocahontas reference. What's your biggest regret?
I have no clue.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
7 pieces.
All right, lightning round done.
Wow, that was 17. It was so fast.
I know. That's the lightning round, bro. I'm not trying to take my time.
God, I wish we could play the Pocahontas song now.
Okay, so I want to talk about, so we have something in common, Herc, is that I as a librarian understand cataloging, all right, and putting things in order. And
Mhm.
apparently you keep lists of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Google Sheets.
Google
Yeah.
Sheets. You keep
Yeah.
a lot of Google Sheets of a lot of anything, I don't know. So what's the most esoteric or strangest thing you keep tabs on?
Favorite porns.
Weirdest thing, probably descriptions for a card game I was making.
Okay. Now give me some ideas. What sort of lists are you keeping? Do you keep track of meals you ate and how good they were?
I'll keep track of places that we went to that were like really exceptionally good. Like, oh, we should definitely be going back there. You know, like just
Right.
because there's so many random places.
How big
Right,
is
so
that
when it's like-
Google Doc?
I mean, I'd have to look at it. Let me look.
So
Hold on.
Chris, so your girlfriend's like, "Hey, let's go out to eat." You're like, "Okay, let me pull up the Excel sheet,
Yeah.
the Google sheet, and be like, okay,
Yeah,
let me
well, I'm
sort
like,
by
if we want to
rating."
go to somewhere new, or if we want to go to somewhere that was already good before that I know will be good again, it's
Right.
like, you know, I'll look at the list. Otherwise, I won't.
Okay.
You know, want somewhere new.
Okay, what else we got? I'm assuming books you've read, movies you've seen.
Yeah, I have books I've read. I have every TV series and movie series I've read, seen, I should say.
Do you keep notes on like this one sucked? Like
Yeah, I
that?
have notes and I have them scored out of 100.
Dang, out of 100. Is there a rubric you keep or?
Rubric? Oh, like a thing I conform to? No, it's just
Yeah,
kind of how I
grading
feel
system.
about the movie. Like, what I'll do generally is like, well, it depends if I'm watching it with somebody or not. But if I'm watching it alone, I'll kind of like stop halfway through and like give it a score, and then I'll watch the rest of it and see if like, you know what I mean, like to.
You're
update
really
the score
dedicated to
after.
this. I see. Okay.
You stop mid movie?
Yeah.
What is your highest scoring movie?
Let me look. I'll open the thing.
Or one of them if you have several hundreds.
And while you're there,
It does-
we're gonna want the lowest as well.
yeah, yes, please. Highest and
Okay,
lowest.
well, the lowest is the Equalizer.
What?
Equalizer.
That's what
Is that with
Denzel.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, Denzel.
Oh.
Also, the Warriors tied. I don't really like that.
The Warrior.
Warriors?
Warrior.
Or-
No, Warrior.
Oh, just Warrior. Okay.
Who's in that?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
What, you don't have
Okay, I
notes
I don't
on
have
how
the
bad it
actors
was?
list next to it.
Wait.
I
Also,
just didn't like it.
what were their scores? What were these scores?
Both of them were 27.
Oh,
That's the lowest you've ever given a movie, 27?
Yeah, because usually if it's that bad, like the thing is, like for something to get that low, I would have to think it's gonna be good, like going in, and then like because I'm not gonna watch something if I think it's gonna be dog shit going in.
you ever,
Okay.
Just, like,
have
watch stuff
you
for-
ever watch bad movies on ironically?
No, I don't.
dude? Knox lives like that shit. There was a phase where that's all he'd do. And-
I went through that phase as well.
It fucking drove me crazy. He would find the worst ones possible. And be like, this is gonna be great. I'm like, I fucking hate you. I'm not watching.
I only have
that is fun.
100 score, and it is the Chernobyl miniseries.
The Chernobyl miniseries got 100.
HBO?
Yeah, it's very good to me.
Dang.
A
I loved it.
100. Wow.
I mean, I liked it. I didn't. I'm not giving it 100. But okay, what's up? What's
That's
next?
fair.
What's second?
Have you ever seen Boat Trip?
So the next is a two-way tie, and it's Better Call Saul and Futurama together.
Okay, so TV shows and movies are all together. Is that what you're saying?
Well, when they're completed, yes, but they're separate when they're pending to watch.
Oh boy.
And they're sorted by genre,
Um,
like main genre.
how clean is your apartment?
Generally speaking, I would say it's clean.
Like, give me 100.
Well, it depends on the day, I suppose.
Well, it's all relative. He's gonna think just because he thinks it's clean, it could be gross to
Yeah.
somebody else.
Of course, it's
yeah, I guess
relative.
that's fair.
I'm just trying to get a set. Like, would you consider yourself a neat freak?
No, I mean, I like stuff to be clean, but it doesn't need to be like, I don't need to be scrubbing down the baseboard or like.
Okay, I have the
swabbing the
question.
ceiling.
Oh wait, you don't do the dishes. Shit. So that's a bad one.
Well, I'm sure he does at some point.
I mean, I
Okay,
used to
let's
do
say you're
dishes.
doing the dishes, right? Okay, because you used to. How soon after you're done with dinner do you wash the dishes?
Well, I would wash dishes before dessert was a thing. If there was dessert, and if there wasn't dessert, I would wash them right after dinner and then not have to think about it. Like wash them, put them in the dishwasher, but not run the dishwasher until
And
it's full.
definitely before second dessert.
Sure.
That's
Before I walk
have
away
second
from the
dessert.
eating area, like you bring the dishes to the eating area, the food, and then you bring it back to the kitchen, and that's it.
I imagine your
so
apartment
listen
is.
to this. You don't eat it at the counter or at your computer?
No, we sit down.
Listen to that.
The only thing
Says?
I'll eat I try not to eat
What do you-
at my computer unless it's like, I don't know, like a granola or a protein bar or something like that.
I think I've heard you eat pizza at the computer recently.
I mean, that's probably true if it was during Clash.
Yep.
If I eat with somebody, I always eat at a dinner table.
Trying to be respectful.
And how about you shut the hell up, Stas? I don't remember what your quip was at me, but I remember being offended.
You should be. You should be.
No, what was I gonna ask? Shit. Forgot.
You into poetry?
No.
You have a favorite poem at least?
I could probably find one, but no.
Well, let
Okay,
me.
well,
Not
then
on the top.
How about
wait
this?
till you're gone till we do poetry month.
You said poetry month. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Like, I've
also a
heard
new
poems that are
segment
nice,
for
but I couldn't
April.
recall any, so apparently not. Like,
April
no,
is poetry month. You need to know that. You'll find out soon.
Why
before
would I
the end
need
of
to
the
know that?
podcast.
For the end.
Yeah, because I'm gonna read a poem.
Oh, cool. He didn't tell me
Jesus
this.
Christ.
You said that you grew up playing piano. Do you still?
Not as much as I'd like to, but yeah.
Have you ever
like, good?
referred to it as tickling the ivories?
Stop.
Good.
Stop.
Thank you. Thank you.
What do you say, Seth?
Like how good are you? Like, can you read sheet music?
Yeah, I can read sheet music.
And like can you play well? Would you say?
Uh,
Like if someone put down like a
So-
Beethoven in front of you in sheet music, could you jam it out?
nah, it would take me practice. I'm pretty
He's
rusty.
more of a
rusty?
Rachmaninoff
Okay.
type.
I could learn it.
It
but
just
would
take time
me a
to
while. Yeah, it
shake
would
the
take a
rust
while
off.
to like get back in that kind of like.
When's the last time you
know,
played?
I mean, I played this month or last month, I should say, not this month because this month rolled over.
Do you
But, yeah.
have a do you have a piano?
Yep.
Do you ever do
downstairs.
jam sessions with your girlfriend?
I guess a jam session is just playing together, but yeah, she plays the violin. So
Oh, that's fucking
Oh
sick.
yeah. I'm just picturing both of you in evening dress, you know? You in a tux and she's in a little black number, you know?
How do you
Pearls on.
how do you
but I don't have as much time. I don't know. I don't dedicate time to that anymore.
I don't have
feel
much
like.
time. You have time
Yeah,
for fucking
who does?
everything.
You don't have time for anything.
Stas, how do you've never seen a picture of Hank, right?
Correct.
Yeah, neither have I. So you say you should imagine them in their evening wear. How do you
Yeah.
see him?
In shape and handsome.
Thank you.
Okay, but like what hair color you giving him?
You have
How
brown
long?
hair? That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, brown hair.
Is it short?
Yeah, usually short.
Yeah,
I probably
see?
could go for a haircut right now.
Nailed it.
I imagine it pretty short. I imagine it maybe like buzzed. Not shaved,
No,
but buzzed.
Never buzzed.
Never buzzed?
No.
No,
That's how I see it. And I see a
I
little
did shave my head
lighter
fully
brown.
once, but that was not for me.
blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously,
How much can you bench?
don't know.
How
You-
much you bench?
You don't I guess you kind of just do actual active where you don't.
I'm not a big lift weights kind
Yeah,
of guy.
you're not a
Like, I'll
weight
lift
guy.
weights that are relevant for like running, for example. Like I'll like do I'll do like leg exercise or whatever. Like I'll do some stuff like that, but it's more for reps, not for like a max, because I'm just trying to like, improve my muscle for the factor of running.
What
It's more
do you
conditioning.
What do you think the motivation for the Google Docs thing is?
You mean personally?
Yeah, you. Yeah. I mean, how'd you get there?
I feel like it's just nice to be organized. I feel like I can stay on top of things and use my time better if I don't have to think about so many things.
Do you
Like I have every single league champ on their mastery and whether I have Wood Eternal on and how many tokens I had for them when I was doing that and stuff like that.
wow.
Like I update that every game we play.
You update it every game you play?
The more you open your mouth, the more I feel like you and Cez are complete opposite.
Yeah, 100%. I'm over here thinking, he's thinking like the more he does this, like he's like after each game, I'll invest a little bit of time and I'll have this fucking dictionary. And I'm thinking, I'm not wasting time. I'm not gonna. That's gonna take time. Each game, I have to spend like 30 seconds or a minute each game.
Right.
And I have to have this tab open. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, I have the queue. I have the tab open, and then I mean, while we're in queue, I update it.
Have you ever been addicted to social media?
No, I'm not a big social media guy.
Yeah, God bless.
That would be my guess. Yes.
Do you think you have like OCD or something like that?
No, I think the concept of OCD is usually grossly exaggerated. Like, to me, the concept of OCD is like, if I don't do this, like I'm compulsive to do this. Like if I don't do this, my family will die.
Yeah, I'm using it in hyperbole.
Yeah, in a hyperbole sense. I like to be organized. I wouldn't consider that OCD.
Are you an extreme bargain hunter?
No, I don't care.
Bro, he makes so much money. He can't even tell us where he works.
Well, I don't know if he's so super organized. He might be like one of those people that like really just like going on to
just a min-maxer
websites comparing.
No, but like, like I'll have groceries written down and like stuff that I can make with those meals and like plan out like, we're gonna need this like at some point when we go.
What day do you grocery shop every week?
Yes, because it depends. Like every week is like there's dry ingredients and there's wet ingredients. For example, like I mean it's weird to say that, but like a meat or something, like a protein, that's like every week. But like for dry stuff, it might be like every 2 weeks or every month, just depending.
Do you have a Google Docs with the food that is in your house?
Not precisely, but yeah, I have staple stuff written down that we have.
You're a fucking quartermaster, bro.
You are. You're a quartermaster.
Do you have a Google Doc with perceived slights against your person?
What do you mean by that? Like things that people said to me that I should take offense to?
Yeah.
Do you have a list?
No, I don't. I let stuff like that go. It's not worth it anymore. Maybe when I was younger, I would care more, but I don't care anymore.
When I was younger, I'd have a list of people that have wronged
It's a
me.
list of it's just a list of like 90 entries of I don't care anymore.
I hated people before, for sure. I don't hate anyone now.
What do you mean by that? Like before,
I used to have animosity and like hate certain people because they would really get on my nerves, but now I just let a lot more go and just don't like feed into that because it's a waste of my time and energy.
How long ago are we talking? Like when you were in high school or like 2 years ago?
It's kind of stopped like start of college, I would say. Kind of just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people go into college and kind of like clean slate kind of thing. So
sure.
Kind of let a lot of stuff go. Obviously, that's easier said than done. A lot of things take a lot of time to get rid of or like let go compared to other things.
What was your high school life like?
Private school. So
private school. Did you guys have prom and shit like that?
Yeah.
Did you go to prom?
Well, if there's a difference, it could just be private or it could be private religious. Was it private religious?
Not religious, no.
Okay, so yeah,
Wealthy.
Private school they have dances.
Kids.
Wealthy kids? Oh.
Yeah, wealthy private kind of deal.
Well, his parents did own a boat. That makes sense.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
It's fine.
We're putting the puzzle pieces together. I'm getting a better image of Hank.
Yeah, in evening wear.
Hank the Tank. In evening wear. What else we got, man? Just keep asking questions. I gotta form this vision of them.
What, you still got more?
There's unlimited. My dad owns a boat, but we're poor immigrants.
Yeah, nice try, Cortex.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Get that silver spoon out of your mouth.
Yeah. It's embarrassing, really. The only way, quote unquote, poor people have things like that is if it's inherited, and then you still have the asset value. You know what I mean?
Do you plan for the future quite a bit?
It's gotta.
Quite a bit. No, I mean, I think about.
Do you
stuff,
have like a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, or like a
5-year
thing?
plan? No, I have like a 2-year plan probably.
Okay.
Are you going to propose to Christina in the near future?
What's near?
Or do you have a plan for it?
Not near,
Not
Christina.
currently, but she'll know before I do. It will be not a surprise, obviously. It'll be the act will be a surprise, not the question.
So you guys don't have plans for marriage, and it's like not on the horizon.
No, not currently. Just yet.
Do you want
He's
kids?
got to go back to school, bro.
Yeah, I got a master's degree to get first and stuff like that, and maybe move, and that's.
What are you getting your master's in?
Genetics.
He's gonna be made.
What can you do with a master's in genetics? Because I feel like genetics is, to me, and I'm ignorant about it, I feel like genetics is like you better be getting that PhD. What are you doing with the master's?
Oh, it would get me paid more in my current place, so.
Oh, okay. So it's more like advancement for what you're currently doing. Is that the idea?
I'm kind of capped. I'm kind of capped right now.
Okay, and did you say your workplace is kind of funding it or something like that?
Oh, are they reimbursing you?
Yeah, they're paying. Wow. I think it's something like 95%, something like that on tuition fees.
Louise.
So you'll be manufacturing the next COVID.
That would be funny.
The only degrees my company pays for are degrees in insurance. The grossest thing anyone could get a degree in.
I love
but
that
stuff. I mean, I'm required to keep working there for I think a year or two after I finish. So it'd be 4 years total or whatever. But that doesn't matter.
Yeah, for free fucking tuition.
I don't think I'll be paying much. That's half a car.
Dang. Okay. So wait, I had a question and I lost it. Shit.
Come on, Stas.
You can go.
Go where?
Question time. I got onto this whole job thing.
Did you?
I did. Don't worry about it.
Did he, Hank?
Or no? Group effort.
Stop harassing the fucking guest, Stas.
You know what, man?
Eat your carrots.
Carrots are good.
Did you notice a difference in when you switched from like a 22-year vegan and started eating meat? Did you notice, like, was it hard to digest meat? Did you feel better?
I
eating
started
meat?
very slowly because I was already aware of that, like, being potentially a problem. So I started like with chicken and just like in small amounts and like worked up to other like more like differential meats, I guess.
Yeah, harsher meats.
Do you have a favorite meal?
Harder to digest. What? Oh, I thought you were saying, yeah.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to?
I mean, stir fry is always easy and always good, but I would probably eat a fillet anytime.
Ooh.
I think that's my favorite part of the cow.
Good answer. Survey says.
I feel like that's my favorite part of the cow by
nice.
far. It's a little expensive, but it's so good.
And what rank did you give? Do you give fillets?
Well, it depends on where it's from, right?
Yeah.
Well, home cooked.
Do you rate your own food?
No.
Okay, good.
What?
I'll write down stuff as I'm cooking though.
Maybe he's also pretentious.
I'll write it down if it's like I'll write down if I'm trying out a new recipe, and I'll write it down because that way I know like what I did so I can do it again if it's good, and then I'll just throw it away if it's not good.
Whatever. Yeah, that seems right.
I do that too, except it's on random pieces of paper that I lose because I don't have organization skills.
That's fair.
When we were cleaning out my grandparents' house, we found a cookbook for my grandfather that was just like a spiral notebook with all different recipes in it, but also scrawled on each of the recipes was like, "This sucked. Won't make again."
This sucked.
I like to sous vide it so it's perfectly cooked inside, and then a really hot like.
You sous vide? That's
it's so good. It's super worth.
I always wanted to get one, but never have.
It's a lot easier because they have like the hand ones. Before it was like a whole giant machine, but now it's just like you can stick a thing in a pitcher of water.
How long have you been fucking sous videing?
maybe like 2 years.
Oh, okay. So not your whole adulthood career.
No. But I like it. You know, keep stuff interesting. Probably a little too many kitchen appliances, but that's alright.
How much is a good sous vide?
Define good.
I don't know, the one you have.
I think that was like maybe $100. I don't think.
Oh, so it's not even that bad.
No.
Can we come to his wedding?
I think she means all.
No, don't give that to her. She made a typo. I'm gonna embarrass her.
Potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Are you still gonna be with Knox then?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not with Knox, no. But
Yeah.
if you are, and he wants to go, maybe.
Embarrassed.
Oof, Cortex.
Yeah. So, you know, maybe a little perk to consider when you're thinking about breaking up with him.
Yeah, she might be my +1. How about that?
Don't.
True.
You're swinging on her already. They're still together, perv. I mean, the way you're.
I'm down.
I'll be honest. The way Stas is getting dates these days, anyone's on the list.
Yeah,
did that go, by the
Goblin's
way?
coming into his own.
Said it went
was I gonna
fine,
say?
I think.
Okay? You don't plan that far ahead, but do you imagine big wedding or small wedding?
Medium.
Stas doesn't give a shit about your question, bro.
Wait, how big's a big wedding, I guess, and how small's a small
100
wedding?
people.
I don't know. Over
That's a big wedding, is
150
100
people.
people?
Over
If you go over
150 people
100.
would be a big wedding.
I feel like if you stay under 100, that's a small wedding.
Talking,
Probably
you don't know. If you've probably been to like 2 weddings in your life.
How many
Probably
weddings have
medium
you
one
been to?
At least a dozen.
I've been to a dozen-ish.
That's false.
Name yours.
Let's see. Both sisters. Let's see.
Shoo
How
in.
many fucking cousin? Two aunts. Both boys. Melons. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 cousins.
So we had 2 outside the family?
Well, what's it matter if it's inside the? I went to Magic's. I'm already at 10, and I didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, because there's like, oh, 14 cousins, all my siblings, my mom and dad got remarried, renewed their vows.
Wow, you're really trying to talk. You're really trying to give me a real gruff cowboy type voice.
Is that bad? It's better than the voice you
Yeah.
give me.
Sucks.
It's better than the voice you give me. Yeah. Oh, look at me on base.
Look at me. Sorry, we have a guest. Can you behave for 3 seconds?
No, he knew what he was getting into.
Anyway, let's say 150 or more is a large wedding. What?
No, not a large wedding.
Okay, medium.
By that
Well,
definition. Yeah.
you know what? We better be greasing up Herc, or buttering him up. Not greasing him up. That's a whole different thing. Buttering him up. If you want the invite, he's got limited space.
Are you talking to me or Commander Mander?
Everybody. I'm talking to everybody. If they all want an invite.
Well, where's your grease?
Where's my butter?
Whatever.
It's
It
going
could
to
be oil,
when
any sort of fat.
My butter is when me playing like a champ in Clash, I'm going to be the
Anyone on
reliable
the winning
one.
Clash team can come.
Yeah.
I was
that's
on a
what I'm
winning
trying to
Clash
do.
team.
No, on ours. If we win a 3-0, you're all invited. You can all come.
Nice.
Yeah, but we already
See?
did a
Plus
3-0.
one.
Well,
No.
See, it's
In
from
these
now on.
roles. In these roles.
Well, Stas is going to have to pick it up.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there picking up the pieces of that you leave behind.
Yeah, I'm going to leave little dragon turds in your lane.
You won't even be in the lane to leave the turds. Stop with your nonsense.
Yeah, well, maybe if you guys ever had any priority, I could go down there once in a while.
Okay, let's not delve into the league nonsense.
It's too
All
late,
right, we're at
buddy.
10 p.m. We're at 10 p.m. All right. We're up on Herc's optimal bedtime. What are you feeling like, Herc? Are you feeling like this is a 7.5 day or a 5.5 day?
Well, we don't.
What do you guys want? It's okay.
We don't have to go 2 more hours. Jeez.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're trying to. This is like date number 1. You're trying to force the exit, aren't you?
I'm not trying to force the exit.
Go
I'm
ahead and let
giving-
Hank know that
I'm-
you're gonna let him go now.
I'm allowing people an out.
You're gonna let him
You
go now.
understand? I'm not trying to be like, hey, we're expecting you to stick around till the end, till we have 2 viewers left.
Oh man,
Whatever. I'm
I
not,
didn't.
like,
I didn't know that you needed to give him an out.
I'm offering it to him. He doesn't have to take it.
That's right. I will decline for now.
Okay, see?
Yeah, see?
Jeez. You know, it's called being considerate. You should try it once.
I'm considering my balls in your mouth, dude.
You have considered that, and I've said no. And you really keep pushing my boundaries.
How would that be me considering it?
Because you're pushing for it. What do you mean, considering?
That would already be considered. I'm not considering it if I'm offering.
I'm gonna let this go.
Hey,
gonna
eat your
go back to
cherry.
Herc.
Eat your cherry.
I'm gonna put the stem in a knot.
With your tongue?
I don't even like Snickers.
Wait, what? Why would Snickers be the thing?
I can't, because of the chat. I'm looking at the chat.
Oh.
Stas did not give up sugar. That's not a thing. I only if I was forced to, in choices with bread. Do you eat a lot of bread, Herc, or never?
He makes bread, bro.
I make bread on occasion.
Well, okay. Do you
I
make
would not
bread that's
describe
not
myself as a
sourdough?
bread eater. Yeah, I do. I wouldn't say I'm a bread eater though. I'm not like I don't need bread or anything, but bread's nice to make every once in a while.
You do it as a little treat.
Yeah, exactly. Fresh bread's good.
Stas does it as a treat too, every week.
Yeah, except I have also treats after that treat. I have a problem, bro.
It's a good problem to have for your tongue.
Correct. Right? My tongue's the happiest part of my body.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking about cookies and ice cream right now.
I already had some sherbet earlier. I finished off my half-gallon of pink lemonade sherbet, which if you have it in your area, ladies and gentlemen, pick it up. It's delicious.
Hashtag ad.
Yeah. Well, it was a local brand, so I don't know who does have it, but.
Hank, you ever make ice cream?
No.
Really?
Actually, that's a small lie. I made ice cream with a group of people once, but it was like a group activity, not like for a personal reason.
Oh. You like ice cream, or just like you don't really like sweets?
I'm not a big sweets person.
The
How
only
does that
kind of
work? Like sweet I've really liked is frozen yogurt, but I don't think people even do that anymore.
Oh yeah, froyo's a thing.
What,
I bought 5 gallons of frozen yogurt at.
I just feel like there's not a store anymore for it. You know what I mean?
I bought it at Kroger for like $5. It's amazing. It was a huge tub.
That's cool.
It shouldn't have been legal, the amount of ice cream I bought for that cheap. It was insane. And I left most of it at Jim's to rot.
Was this during the Olympics?
No, it was right before. I think it was right before I moved back home. And so Jim has basically a small mansion. There's like a lot of space in there. So.
But Jim have a boat too?
No, he doesn't have a boat. And he hosts he can host like a lot of people. So he had multiple families over there, and I brought up some froyo for, everybody to eat.
Yeah. Oh, is
okay,
that the end?
But we're talking to Herc. I feel like anybody who's going to be a future guest, you need to get used to this idea that we may forget about you for like 3 seconds.
Well, we're just going to tangent the fuck out.
Yeah, let's go back to Herc and his business.
Okay.
Herc.
Yeah.
Did you have any weird pets ever?
Weird.
Something that wasn't a cat or a dog?
Oh, no. I don't think so. No.
Still won't eat a turtle though, huh?
I don't know. Too cute.
Well, I don't know. There's some ugly
turtles.
There's some ugly turtles, man.
What's your obsession with him putting turtles in his mouth?
I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Just like the turtle shell. I don't know. They just seem so they seem very helpless.
Defenseless. They're defenseless.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem very defenseless and not super. I don't know. Even though they're not.
Yeah. What about one of them alligator snapper turtle? Alligator snapper.
Well, I don't know if you're supposed to eat those. I don't know.
Oh, you can eat anything.
Them turtles are really alligating right now.
Yeah, they're alligating them ways. Dude, they'll fuck you up too. What about
someone who wants to eat a turtle? That's fine for them, but I couldn't.
Well, hold on. You eat fish. Fish are pets.
Yeah, but the fish I eat are not
fish
pets.
Fish are pets, they're basically plants with eyeballs.
Fish I eat are definitely not pets. They should not be a pet.
You've never had you've never had a pet
A pet salmon? No, I have
a
not.
pet swordfish, dude.
No. Dude, do you know how big a swordfish is?
And they start small.
Yeah, I guess.
And if they don't have the room to grow, they won't.
Fair.
Feel like I think fish and like reptiles are like that,
Swordfish
right?
can be like 800 pounds. Big boy.
Is it just
Like,
swordfish, or do they eat? Is it like, does that include marlin and like sailfish and shit?
Wait a second. I'm seeing text roll in on the stream. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
You okay, bud?
Yeah, I've just maybe had an aneurysm.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, her. Dang.
What? You okay?
Yeah.
Do I need to
So,
call a number?
I'm thinking.
You think we'll be able? Do you think? Okay, let's go with the medical question, because I'm dumb. I'm dumb about it. Okay. Do you
Sure.
think we'll be able to cure cancer or certain types of cancers in the near future?
Ooh, he can't answer
All
that. Inside
cancer,
information.
all cancer. Well, what's relative, and also no cancer. All cancers definitely not, but some cancers certainly.
I don't know, 10, 20 years.
Certain cancers definitely, yeah.
We're gonna have a cure.
Depending on the cancer, absolutely.
Um,
Or a treatment that's like always effective. You know, it might be not the best ideal thing. Like it's not gonna be like a shot, but it might be like a process you can do that is always works.
do you think COVID was man-made?
No.
Do you think a pharmaceutical would sit on a cure for cancer to basically keep selling treatment?
I think the problem with that is if it was only America, maybe like it's a possibility for sure. But I think if it was a thing that happened in like Europe, for example, like they came up with it, then I think it would be widespread and they wouldn't keep it from anybody, for example.
So you think only America's corrupt enough to do that shit?
No, I think there's other countries. I was just using America as an example because our healthcare system is like out of whack, for example. But yeah, like I think it's a feasible. I don't think it's super likely, but I think it's definitely a thing that goes into the ethics, and not everyone's super ethical in that kind of business.
Is
What
anyone?
to you would be the scariest disease to get
Oh, that's a good
or
one.
ailment?
Probably some kind of prion disease or rabies, because there's no cures. You always die once you have rabies.
Is ALS a prion disease?
It's a derivative, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's mine in
Yeah,
process too.
I don't like. I'm afraid of bats simply just because of the rabies.
Yeah, rabies are very prominent in bats. The thing with rabies is like you don't even know you have it, and then once you've gotten to a stage where you know you have it, you're gone. You're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, don't you always
any kind of
like if you get bit by a bat, you just automatically go?
Yeah, I mean, what if you don't know you got bit by the bat though? Some bats are so light that you don't even. Yeah, but some bats are so light you wouldn't even know they bit you.
No shot. You don't know you got bit?
You don't know you got bit by a mosquito sometimes, right?
Yeah, but no, there's no bats that small.
Yeah, Kirk, put the fear of God into this boy.
There is.
There's bats the size of mosquitoes?
No, not that small, but they're very small, and you will not hear them. And I mean, all it takes is one in like a tent, and when you're camping or whatever, to bite you, and you wouldn't even wake up from it. And then you wouldn't.
I'm waking up from a bat biting
And
me.
also rabies are to get the shots, it's like 7 incredibly painful shots.
7?
Yeah.
I've heard they've been getting better, but yeah,
they might be better now. I'm just from like that's from like a couple of years ago. To be fair,
Stas is fucking keeping up.
Painful.
Yeah, dude, I freak out with that. It gets bad with me because I've had so many bat encounters in my stupid life.
I had a bat encounter a couple years ago.
If you see a bat at night, if you see an animal that's out at daytime that should not be out at daytime, stay away from that animal. Basically.
Yes, I know. We know.
We had,
about that.
would not.
We had one of those not that long ago.
Stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stas, did I tell you about that? The raccoon in our.
Yeah, raccoons should not be out at daytime.
Oh yeah, it was out in daytime and it was weird. It was a weird fucker.
Yeah, I would stay away from that.
Yeah, it's called rabies, bro. Get away.
I pet it. He was cute. No, we were sketched out for sure, but I think it ended up having I think it was canine not dysentery,
Dissonance?
Is it dissonance? Canine dissonance?
I don't know, but
It's something like that. But it basically makes them all wacky and some
distemper,
cops,
maybe?
dude, distemper. That's what it is. I think it's canine distemper. Yeah, and it fucks with them or whatever. And so we didn't know what to do, and we're in the city limits or whatever. This was at the old place, obviously, a couple years back, and so we ended up calling the cops because we didn't know what the fuck to do, and they sent over some cops, some ACABs, and they were they didn't know what to do either. Like, this was a shit show, and they ended up taking it out into the back because we had like a little field in the back, and and I was watching from the window, kind of figuring out what they're doing, and one of them, you hear the fucking pistol go off like pop pop, and then I saw one kind of like jump back around the corner, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on out there? Ended up popping it again. It was dead. And then they had
the rabies vaccine. It's 4 shots now and administered at set days.
Hey, good for them. That's progress, eh?
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't want to.
Those
Let's
are
move
those
on from
big
rabies.
needles.
Yeah, don't they go in your stomach too?
I think it's supposed to go in your butt.
They used to. I think they used to, and they don't anymore. That's what I did read.
Hey, progress.
Yeah. Nowadays, shots are very easy. They're just like butterfly needles. They're much smaller gauge.
Yeah.
Butterfly kisses.
Tell it to women given pregnant, dude.
What?
The the epidurals.
Epidural?
Oh my god, those are fucking giant ass needles going into your spine. What would it take for you to take an epidural?
Talking to me or
Surgery?
thoughts?
Both.
I mean, I was put
if it was
under
required
for
for a
surgery. I don't
surgery,
know.
then
It
yeah.
was anesthetic though.
Yeah, well, do they do epidurals for anything besides pregnancy? I've never heard of that.
It's
I'm
for the
sure there's
spine,
other
usually.
applications.
Fuck that. But the epidural skeezes me out too. I've never been put under.
That was an interesting experience. You just go to sleep and then you wake up somewhere else and nothing. It doesn't even feel like any time passed.
Is it the same as like
Nice.
actually sleeping? Like you go to sleep and you wake
No,
up in your bed?
It's different than sleeping.
It's like you're actually just like out and then up, and you're like, whoa.
Did you wake up
Yeah,
loopy?
it feels like you almost blacked out.
Have you ever
Like,
blacked
passed
out?
Like you passed out for a second and you woke up again. You're like, oh, a little disoriented.
I've never blacked out either.
That's fair.
Have
Never
you
been
blacked
put
out,
under.
Hank?
From drinking once a long time ago. Yeah,
Oh, I mean, I've had those, but like,
you know.
Oh.
but those I wouldn't say. Those are like, it's like a slow, gradual. Like I'm like you're getting buzzed,
Yeah,
then you're
this is
drunk,
like-
and then
this is.
I'm thinking
Like,
this
they
is like a
say
more
count
like
backwards
sharp.
From 5, they say count backwards from 5. You get to 4 and you're waking up in the bed over like some other room.
Yeah, that's what my dad. He had a hernia surgery. I don't know, 20 years ago, and he said that was his experience. He didn't even get down to
Yeah.
0.
I did shoulder surgery.
Yeah. Epidural is used
put a
more
little-
than just giving birth. I mean, I don't doubt it. The only time I ever hear epidural talk is for pregnancy or for births.
They put little cameras in you now. Like they put a little camera in to see.
To see
they're
what?
doing, repairing the tendon, so they can like.
Oh, for your
see it
shoulder surgery?
back. Yeah, it's called an arthroscopy, I think, something like that.
Rotoscope.
Rotoscope.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I think it's related to Roto-Rooter.
stop. Talking about spiral grafts?
Yeah, it's cool. I got a bunch of images of it too, which is cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, so you can see like inside the muscle tendons inside the shoulder.
It's
there.
pretty wild that we're putting cameras inside of people and shit. Dude, I saw a thing where did I talk about this last? I don't even know. I don't even know what I talk about anymore. This guy had a fucking ladybug living inside his large intestines. Like there was
Weird.
a camera in there looking at it, and the ladybug's just like walking around inside the intestines. I'm like, how did this not get like pushed out with poop or something? Or like, how did it get in there? What is it feeding on? Just feeding on like the poop as it goes by? He needs to get some fiber, Stas.
I mean, maybe it's the sequel to James and the Giant Peach, you know?
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, the
Ladybug in the
revenge.
intestine.
Yeah.
It's crazy how good surgery is nowadays in like modern medicine, because it's like that whole process was incredibly. It was like a month or something like total to be like completely fine, and then like obviously some physical therapy afterwards, but good to go.
You still have to baby that shoulder, or are you all good?
No, it's good. I mean, I have like some barely visible scars in 3 spots, and that's it. They'll like fade over time.
How painful was it? Not the surgery, that
Um,
whatever, the tear or whatever.
Oh, before surgery, like the tear,
Yeah, the actual
that was
incident.
like the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. It was easily it was a 10 for me. I mean, it might not be a 10 for my whole life, but it was definitely a 10 out of 10.
Did you think like, oh, I'm fucked for life with this, or like what?
No, because I wasn't. The thing is, I don't know. Like if I was getting brain surgery, I'd be pretty paranoid and like worried, right? But like, how can you fuck up a shoulder? I don't know. Like I don't know.
No,
It's
I
not
mean like when the
No, that's
incident
what I'm saying.
happened.
Like I wasn't too worried about it because it's just a muscle, you know.
But
It's
how
not-
did you know it was? Did you know like, oh, this is something I'm just gonna get fixed, or did you think like I'm? In my
Yeah,
brain,
I
I
knew
feel
it
like
was
I would have been
fixable.
like, yeah. In my brain, I feel like I would have been like, I just ripped my arm off, and I will no longer have this arm. It's fucked.
No, so I didn't know. Obviously, I didn't know it was exactly wrong, but because I've had it happen before, and the first time I went to the emergency room, obviously, to like get it put back in, which is not. It's very not cool feeling. I found out I was allergic to morphine too, which is not a great time to learn.
You're
that
allergic
either.
to morphine?
Yeah, so they gave me morphine obviously for the pain because what they do is they hold your shoulder and then they push the socket, like they push the arm back into the socket, right?
Ugh.
And that's like a very painful, you know what I mean? You would pass out.
Yeah, they
They
make
give
it
you
sound. They make
morphine.
it look so cool in the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
it's
hold
not
on.
cool. But yeah, also I could definitely see how people would get addicted to morphine. You just feel nothing and your body's like very like cold. Like you just feel nothing at all. But I got like hives and stuff, so
That sounds horrible.
I got some laudanum when I had a kidney stone. Man, was I feeling good.
That's crazy. I've never been on that
like-
shit.
they were like, "You didn't tell us we were allergic." And I was like, "I don't know. I've never. How am I supposed to know?" I don't.
Wait, so you just broke out massive hives all over?
Yeah, I got
pissed
hives
at
all
you.
over.
Like, why didn't you tell us you were allergic to morphine?
It's like, and now it's fun because every time I go to the doctor, they always give me the wristband that says allergy on it every single time.
I gotta make sure. Wait,
Yeah,
Right.
even just going to the
Dang.
doctor, they give it to you?
yeah. Like if you like, I went for an annual a week ago actually, or yeah, a week and a day ago or whatever.
Yeah.
But
How's the cholesterol
yeah.
levels?
good. I don't know. I got my. They do it all online now, which is nice. They send you all the blood work like back next day.
It
Yeah.
better have been Larla because that was the most painful thing I ever experienced in my life.
Yeah, I think I need more vitamin D, which is pretty much everyone who lives up here.
Yeah.
And
You take supplements at
it.
all?
nah, I probably will as they get older.
Sure.
Yeah, when he hits our age.
Yeah, wait, what the hell?
Yeah, I think a
typically-
multivitamin is good for you though, but I just CBA.
Yeah, though. I'll write down everything I've experienced ever in this fucking log, but taking a pill daily. I'll make my own damn bread, but taking a pill daily, fuck that.
Yeah, it's too much.
That's where I draw the line. What is the best game you've ever played?
Shining Force, first one.
The first one that's the
One?
best game you've ever played?
Okay.
I think so. In terms of like pure enjoyment, like I like League for sure, but I think
I
like
hope
just
so.
as a straight line, like as a straight like one-off experience, I think Shining Force. Like I went
Okay.
back to play that recently, and it was as good as I remember it, like nostalgia good.
What?
Wow.
I think it aged well because it was already. I think pixel games age very well. Like
Yeah,
those kind of graphics,
they
because
do.
like they always look like that. They don't look any worse. They always look the same.
Right, they're
I don't
not
know.
trying to be realistic as the...
Yeah, exactly. I think like Fallout New Vegas is usually my example of a game that has aged incredibly poorly.
Bro, you ever see like Max Payne?
Yeah, like that stuff
The
looks
fucking
so
like
bad.
first gen 3D games. They're rough.
But I think that was my first game too, so I don't know. I just really like it.
What about worst game you ever played?
Worst game. I have to look at Steam. I don't know. I feel like I tend to take the same approach with movies, whereas like if I have any interest in the game, it won't be that bad.
How about biggest disappointment game wise?
Biggest disappointment.
You were
Oh,
pumping, you were hyping it up so bad.
game? What's that Civ game that is? Oh, I can't remember. Came out like a year and a half ago.
At the gates.
No.
No, is it made by people who did Civ and it's like you get multiple leaders or
No.
something like that?
I'll find it in my Steam library.
I bet I know which one he's talking about. I just can't think of it, Stas.
Yeah, you're a liar.
Humankind. I didn't
That's
like
it.
that game.
Humankind.
That's it. I
It
knew
was
it.
such a disappointment. I was playing with a friend and I was like, man, this is just bad. I don't know. I
Yeah,
was like
but
pretty
you're
excited
hoping
to
it'd
play
be
it
good.
too.
Yeah. That's how I felt
was
about
like-
Diablo 4.
Yeah,
Most
that's fair.
anticipated game currently.
I don't get my hopes up for games anymore, but
Mhm.
But is none of you looking forward to? Like, oh, I
Do
want.
you get
I
your
can't wait.
hopes up for anything these days?
yeah, I do. Just not games anymore because I
Like
feel like
what?
nowadays
Landing on the
everything is
moon
just early
again?
access. Landing on the moon again? They're not landing on the moon. They're gonna orbit it.
Not what I was told, but okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's what I read. They're not actually landing. They're orbiting, but I could be wrong.
Wow,
What
it's
is
a real cop out?
Do you have any conspiracies you believe in?
No, if someone asks though, as a meme, I say that birds are not real. They're like a spy.
Nothing
Like,
else
that's a
really.
As a
like-
joke. As a joke.
Yeah,
you're
as a
saying.
joke. Yeah. I think it's
If
funny to be
someone-
like,
Yeah, because the
Well,
birds are the
I don't
birds
know, you
watching
know.
right now.
yeah, like birds are not real. They're actually just government spies, but obviously not true. It's just funny to,
Can't be
Either.
true. I had a pet bird.
yeah, it's just funny to think about that. Like all pigeons are cameras.
Maybe some are.
I mean, they
never know.
just have satellites that could look into your
Yeah,
house.
exactly.
Who
That's why I
cares?
think it's
What do you need
absurd.
a bird
It's
for?
funny.
Well, they
Yeah,
didn't have
exactly.
satellites, 50 years ago.
Well,
true.
is it a 50-year-old? They did 50 years ago. I think you think 50 years ago is the 1950s, but wrong. It's the 70s.
Yeah, I was gonna say 15.
How about you suck a fatty?
Maybe I will, and that's at least 7 inches long, according to Herc.
no, that wasn't a fatty. You can be thin and long. You could have a
That's
little.
true. If you're dead in the side of the tuna can, you're good to go.
Yeah. Could be a
It's Jebo.
pencil dick.
That's what Joe
Can
says.
you just let me? Can you just roll with the callback? You're just a naysayer, bro. Can you just keep
You know-
a joke rolling?
You know the irony of you complain about negativity
Calling-
right now?
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
it. I understand the concept, but I need you to understand the concept of yes and.
Do you understand the concept of a shape?
Not my best moment, but yes, I do. It wasn't me. It was Jake.
You partook.
Yeah. Back to Herc.
Boxers or
What?
briefs?
Oh, good.
But like boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs. Nice. Best of both
That's where
worlds.
I'm at too. Yeah.
Now, do you have an issue with boxer briefs? Because I feel like after about 3 wears, they just become boxers. Have you had this experience, or is this a chubby boy problem?
I don't
What do
know
you mean
how
by
that's
they
even a
become
chubby
boxers?
boy
I don't-
problem.
I don't know what that means.
They stretch to the point they get stretched out,
How?
you know, and they're not tight anymore.
If it's going on, how does that happen?
I don't. What do you mean?
That sounds like a
Material
washing machine
stretches.
issue.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
got to be
It
a
is
one.
not a washing machine issue. Like what the?
No. Okay. Listen. How can it
Maybe it's the
stretch it
brand?
out
I'm
if
not
you're
sure.
not going beyond? Like, are you?
Yeah, maybe you have the wrong size on. I don't know.
Well, even if
I
you
don't
do,
know, man. Elastic wears out, dude. What are you talking about? You don't have
I mean, it wears out if
t-shirts
you're
with
stretching
blown
it.
out necklines.
yeah. If I have them for 20 years,
Hey,
well,
what I'm saying is that over time, boxer briefs tend to become boxers.
I've never had a pair.
Okay, 3 wears was hyperbolic. Sure.
Okay,
I mean,
I
can we
mean,
just get used to
Yeah, I
it?
guess after a long time, but that would take a while.
I
Elastic,
feel like it's not that long though. I'm not saying it's 3, but I'm saying
Bro, I have
within
some that
the
are like 3 years old that aren't
lifespan,
blown out.
yes, because you have stick legs.
No, I don't. My thighs nearly touch.
Nearly.
Well, I don't know. How do you
Listen
actually
to
measure
you.
that? I feel like they could.
I don't know. I don't think I've been wearing boxer briefs long enough to have the elastic wear out. So I don't know.
My thighs touch right where my butt cheeks are.
You know what? Stop. You know what? I can just picture you. I can just picture a cartoon version of you pulling up your boxer briefs, and they're like loose, you know, and you got to hold them up while you walk around drunk or with a hangover.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Why are they loose?
Yeah, I don't know, because of your stickly frame.
Oh, so my boxer briefs are boxers for a different reason.
Yeah, because you can't even make them briefs. Good night, Chloe.
Good night, Chloe.
Good night.
Do you like dressing up, Herc?
You mean like in a suit?
Yeah. Suit, tie,
I'm
anything
a
like
big
that?
suit guy, but I do like a dress shirt. I wear dress shirts pretty often.
Stas hates ties.
Yeah.
I like
Ties are the
ties. I don't
enemy.
like bow ties, but I like ties.
Stas is probably, if he was gonna go tie, it would be bow tie. I'll tell you that right now.
I owned more ties than you've ever even worn, bro.
What does that
Wow.
mean?
I'm done with it. I'm done with ties. I put my tie time in, guy.
Why? Because you wore a couple ties in the library?
I did my years of tie wearing. It's done. I'm over
He's
it.
tired.
Yeah, and you're telling me you didn't make any rock climbing puns?
I was just gonna say that's bullshit.
Don't.
No, I didn't. I mean, I would to people, but not to people I was working with.
Well, okay, to who?
To who?
To friends.
Okay, well, lay me what was your best one? There had to be a go-to.
I don't have any clue now.
Bullshit. He'll think about, he's gonna think about it while he's singing in the shower later.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
It's fine. You can text us.
Did you ever serenade your girlfriend?
Ooh.
Serenade? I don't think I'm that good at singing, to be honest. So probably. I mean, I've tried, but it's not very good. So
Well,
I
yeah.
try to
No,
avoid
I
that.
mean, serenading doesn't necessarily mean you're good. It just means you're like, you know.
Yeah, sang
I'm
a
not
song.
ashamed to sing in front of her. Definitely. Just it's not something I'm proficient at. So.
What was the first song you learned on piano?
I mean, first song was probably
Is it-
something really boring.
Sorry,
like
the first
just-
song you learned for you.
I think it was like a sea shanty type of song because it was easy to like learn, but also kind of like
And
good
because you're in
tune,
Maine,
positive.
eating lobsters fresh off
Sure.
the ocean floor.
Not eating lobsters.
No, but you
He
could have,
didn't
I
eat
guess.
any
Yeah.
lobsters in Maine.
I did never ate a single lobster when I was in Maine.
You gonna wait? Do they do that in Boston too, where you can get it cheap as shit, or is that just like a Maine thing?
Well, Boston's expensive, so I don't know about that. But you can get a lobster roll here for sure. You can get seafood's good here in general.
You you ever think about going back to Maine for that lobster fest or whatever the fuck they do?
No.
Shit, I do. I think about it on the nightly.
What is with you and lobsters?
I'm not
it's
a big.
not. I
would rather
don't
just eat
even
crab
love
anyways.
lobster. I like lobster. I don't think it's worth the money it costs to have lobster. But just the idea of going to a festival, just like and having this really because it's like it shouldn't be that expensive. There's a lot of fucking lobster out there. You know what I mean? So just the idea of going and just gorging yourself on a traditionally expensive food, I don't know, something appealing about it.
What do you mean? There's a lot of lobster out there?
I mean, I feel like the prices are slightly inflated. Well, maybe because of how they, having to travel or whatever, but it's like I don't know.
You think lobsters
Yeah, they're not like that rare,
Lobsters are technically immortal.
they're all
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. What do you mean exactly? Like
And also, they historically they never even they thought they were trash. They didn't even
yeah,
eat
they
them.
gave them to
They were like,
prisoners.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a misconception.
oh, tell
They
me
did
more.
give- Well, yeah, because so they did give lobsters to prisoners, but back in the day, they were not like it wasn't delightful to be eating lobster because there's no refrigeration and they were all just like overcooked, and it was the shells as well, like chopped up and like other fish product in there and like a
Oh,
mush.
gross! Really, way to ruin it.
Wow.
Wait,
Just
ruin what? Like you were
that
you
you
were
were a
so
prisoner in like the 40s.
yeah. Stas was like, damn, I really glamorized those prisoners.
Yeah, I wish
and-
I was in a Maine debtor's prison where they fed me lobster.
Yeah, dude. And the 3 hots and a cop, baby. That's where I'm trying to go.
I'm way too hungry for this conversation right now. God damn it!
You should have had more than half a chicken breast for dinner.
I had a whole chicken breast, dude.
How many ounces?
8.
Herc, is that a full portion?
Sorry, what? 8 what?
8-ounce chicken breast,
ounces
is that a
of
full
chicken.
portion?
Yeah, I mean it depends on how big you are, I guess, or how much protein you want. I think that's
I'm a
fine.
healthy
Yeah.
boy.
Stas isn't getting enough protein, dude.
I don't
You
get
should have
enough
1 ounce of
protein.
protein for every pound you weigh
Yeah. What are you at, Stas?
per day.
What the fuck?
1 ounce of per pound per day.
1 ounce per pound?
Yeah. of
You're
body weight.
telling me I need to have over 190
No.
90
1
ounces?
gram. 1 gram of protein
1 gram of protein per pound, yes.
per pound per day.
Every day.
190 grams?
Yeah.
Who's hitting that?
Healthy
Me.
people.
I'm not gonna live. I'm not gonna just be eating nuts constantly from dawn until dusk.
Bro, you could probably eat like eggs and like 2 chicken breasts and you get that.
I don't think so. I think you're lying.
I think you're Tiger.
I don't know. I'm not a. You might be able to tell. I'm not a package reader normally, so I don't know how much protein I'm actually consuming.
Yeah.
I'm constantly being told I need to eat more, and I believe you. However, I don't know how much
My
more.
Tommy gun don't.
Yeah, yeah. How much
I mean,
more
that's just like
need
the
to be
recommended.
consuming.
I mean, it also depends on like, I mean, if you're playing the thing is, the more muscles you have, the more calories you burn, which would make losing weight easier, right? There's multiple ways to like
I
lose
lift.
weight and burn weight and stuff.
What do you lift?
I lift twice a week, bro.
What do you lift in?
What am I lifting? I do dumbbells. I have a
That's
push
good.
day and a pull day.
It's good.
Damn, dude, you're into that deep. You're a gym
Yeah.
rat.
I'm a gym rat making
Gym
gains.
rat.
Not to be confused with Jimbo.
Yeah, that's a different kind of rat.
I'm definitely not
Oh,
hitting that
I remembered a
quota.
goal that you asked me earlier. I do want to run a marathon at some point.
Ooh.
Okay, you
that
haven't
fits
ran
the
a
bill.
marathon yet. Have you run a halfie?
Yeah.
Now, I know you don't like to make plans, but would you ever dream of doing like an ultra marathon?
I mean, if I can manage to run a marathon, I don't see why not.
Do you know who David
would
Goggins
probably
is?
The
like-
idea of running an ultra marathon appealed to you?
I wouldn't say it appeals, but it doesn't. I'm not interested in it. You know what I mean? Like, I would think about it for sure. I would rather run a triathlon before I ran an ultra marathon, probably first though.
Triathlon? Is that where they do the bike
It's
swim?
you do a swim, then you do a marathon, and then you do a bike.
Yeah, I saw that on Luca.
Yeah. So that would probably be the progression.
Oh, so you know
after
what I'm talking
marathon.
about.
Oh, and Luca? No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, you
I
said
was saying
yeah.
you said that, and I was saying yeah, like whatever to what you were saying, like agreeing with you.
Should check Luca out. Do you like animated films?
Luca?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Anime films are okay. I like Spirited Away. I watched that a bit ago.
Oh, Spirit Away is
He
a
means
good one.
Pixar.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
This is Pixar.
Oh, this is really new.
Yep.
Yeah, Pixar movies are generally good.
Luca's
Ratatouille
good.
is my favorite animated movie of all time.
What is?
Ratatouille.
Oh yeah, I did know that. Ratatouille's good. Hey, check out Luca. Maybe it'll change.
Yeah. Check it out. Right
Well,
down.
I feel like Ratatouille's really kind of up his alley with the cooking and the whatnot.
Are you calling him a rat?
Anyone can cook.
Yeah. See, he identifies with the message.
Maybe you should start identifying with the
I
message.
never watched Lion King. That got spoiled for me.
But you can still watch it.
Yeah, but I know what happens. I don't know.
Aladdin?
I mean, I'm not sure people watch it for the thrilling conclusion, but
Guess that's fair. I feel like some of those movies, like the time has passed to watch them, where like you can't like I don't know.
That's
I feel
true.
like a lot of people watch them because they watch them as a kid, so now they appreciate them as an adult as well.
Maybe, but I feel like Lion King's actually a really good one. Isn't it based
Sure,
off
I
like
think there's
Macbeth or
some-
whatever?
There's definitely some that are like they hold like good value, but I don't think all of them do.
Well, no, of course not.
Up was good.
Some of them are dog shit.
Up was good. I watched the first Cars and not any others. know
I
there's,
haven't
like,
seen any of the
Plane,
Cars.
Something else.
I'm
Monsters, Inc.
never
was
going to
good.
watch Cars.
Why? Because it has Owen Wilson?
Why would you go to that?
Because I know how you hate the Wilson brothers.
I don't hate the Wilson brothers.
You hate the Wilson brothers. You hate Starsky and you hate Hutch and you love Starsky.
I like Owen Wilson better than Ben Stiller. Gotta be brutal with you.
Oh, for sure. He's way
Um,
better.
Oh, what was the
but
movie with the Maui?
Moana. I just saw they're
Moana,
doing
yeah,
a
that one
live
was good.
action of that one.
Yeah.
Ka-chow. Yeah.
I don't love live action of animated movies.
No, they all have been garbage.
I think there's like 1 or 2 total that have been good, and like that seems like a very low success rate.
Honestly, I
for
think
what?
for live action adaptations of like Disney movies,
Animated film. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the only one that I remember liking was I think the first big one they did, which was Jungle Book. Like
Yeah. Well, I don't. Mhm.
the
I heard
Lion
that one
King
was
was
pretty good. Yeah.
the Lion King was dog shit. The
There is a very. I'm not sure. We'd have to look, but there is a very old live action version of the Jungle Book, which I don't know if it predates the animated film, but
shot.
like super old, like so old. Frank was watching it on Turner
What?
Classic
Wow.
Movies. Okay,
No way, dude.
that's what I'm trying to say. Okay,
Okay, well, all of the new age ones are dog
Sure.
doo-doo.
Beauty and the Beast was, and I'm a big Emma Watson fan, as you may well know. But that was bad.
Yeah. What about Kristen Bell?
I mean, I'd put her on a merry-go-round.
Sure. Merry-go-round. Is it crazy she ended up with Dax Shepard?
I mean, it's, I don't know, not that crazy.
I feel like he's kind of goofy.
I mean, I think she's kind of goofy too.
Yeah, but he's kind of goofy looking.
Oh, nah, he's tall and fine. I think you think he's goofy. He's goofy looking for maybe, for Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, you put him in a room with us, he's a fucking 10 out of 10. I mean, maybe aside from her, who knows? Me and you, I'm saying.
Well, listen, bud, that's not a fucking tall order. Of course, we're talking relative to other Hollywood people.
I don't know.
It's different.
It doesn't seem out of place for me.
It was surprising when I found out, but then I saw like they have an adorable relationship. I think it was some random like Ellen clip that I saw where Dax like I think Kristen Bell like loves sloths or something like that. So he had someone bring a sloth to her like at their home on her birthday or something like that, and she just started
tired
bawling.
of seeing them. They have like shows and game shows. They're all over the fucking place.
You're tired of seeing them?
Yeah.
Kristen Bell?
They're doing cute shit. I know. I turned a corner in my life. Too much.
What happened?
Too much cute coupley goodness.
That was like the light at the end of the tunnel for you.
I know. And guess what? There's no light now. It's just fucking tunnel.
It's just darkness.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. You can continue this podcast with Herc. I need to start to wrap this up.
That's fine. We can wrap it up.
I need to go to bed. Okay. Okay. So again, April is National Poetry Month. Okay?
That's cool.
So I want to read a favorite poem of mine every week during the month of April, if it's cool with you. Says.
I need time. You sprung this on me in front of. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Is this an appropriate poem?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck do you think what kind of poems do you think I'm reading, guy?
I don't know. You're into some freaky shit, brother.
Yeah, I'm into some real freaky shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
This is called Sex Fiend. But no, it's not.
That'd be so good.
This is one of my favorite poems. I used to do a poetry reading every year when I was a school librarian. One of the English teachers would bring me in every year during her poetry unit to just read poetry. And in preparation for that, I would for the first time, I just scoured our library for any poetry books I could find, right? And I just started digging, and it's like some of these poems I read were like, damn, why didn't I know this existed before?
Well, you got hooked.
Yeah, I got a little hooked.
Wait, is this gonna be like a poetry slam?
No, what do you mean a slam?
Or whatever it's
I
called.
didn't write them.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just reading one poem aloud, guy.
Well, I didn't know if you're gonna be all epic about it.
If you have a favorite poem, you can read it too. You can read yours. You don't, but if you have one for next week, maybe do a little homework.
I do. Edgar Allan Poe. It's 15 pages long.
Okay, this one's okay. Let me just get to the poem. We got things to do. I like sleep.
I like Odyssey. That's a poem.
This is a poem by Wendell Berry. It's called Manifesto, the Mad Farmer Liberation Front.
That's a long
Perfect for
name.
you. You're gonna love it. Love the quick profit, the annual raise, vacation with pay. Want more of everything ready made. Be afraid to know your neighbors and to die. And you will have a window in your head. Not even your future will be a mystery anymore. Your mind will be punched in a card and shut away in a little drawer. When they want you to buy something, they will call you. When they want you to die for profit, they will let you know. So, friends, every day do something that won't compute. Love the Lord. Love the world. Work for nothing. Take all that you have and be poor. Love someone who does not deserve it. Denounce the government and embrace the flag. Hope to live in that free republic for which it stands. Give your approval to all you cannot understand. Praise ignorance, for what man has not encountered, he has not destroyed. Ask the questions that have no answers. Invest in the millennium. Plant sequoias. Say that your main crop is the forest that you did not plant, that you will not live to harvest. Say that the leaves are harvested when they have rotted into the mold. Call that profit. Prophecy such returns. Put your faith in the 2 inches of hummus that will build under the trees every 1,000 years. Listen to carrion. Put your ear close and hear the faint chattering of the songs that are to come. Expect the end of the world. Laugh. Laughter is immeasurable. Be joyful, though you have considered all the facts. So long as women do not go cheap for power, please women more than men. Ask yourself, will this satisfy a woman satisfied to bear a child? Will this disturb the sleep of a woman near to giving birth? Go with your love to the fields. Lie down in the shade. Rest your head in her lap. Swear allegiance to what is nighest your thoughts. As soon as the generals and the politicos can predict the motions of your mind, lose it. Leave it as a sign to mark the false trail, the way you didn't go. Be like the fox who makes more tracks than necessary, some in the wrong direction. Practice resurrection. That's it.
It's badass, actually.
Yeah, it's a very good poem. And
I'm
we'll
gonna
have
let
another
that
poem
one
for you next
slide.
week.
I'm gonna let that one slide because that one kind of spoke to me a little bit.
It should. That's what poetry's supposed to do.
Yeah, but you got lucky. You didn't know it was gonna speak to me. I was-
Wait till here next week.
I was getting ready to bully you, dude, for poetry.
Yeah, you're gonna push me up against a locker and call me a fucking dork.
Sounds like a sex stream.
What? Okay, slam me against the locker. I don't think that makes it sound worse. Slam me against.
Why you talk about me pushing you up against walls and stuff? Even going in the wrong direction. Yeah, it was actually really good. I like that.
Okay, I'd like to thank Herc for showing up and being a part of the pod today. He was
Sure.
The first ever, dude.
very willing and amiable guest.
When we get big, we'll have you back on, dude.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
we'll do a redux.
Yeah.
See where we're all at. Maybe we'll do it in 2 years. See how
Oh,
your
there you
plan came to
For sure.
fruition.
We should have asked for more specifics in his plan then.
It doesn't matter. He'll know. He'll have it written down somewhere,
That's true.
and then we can do a postmortem. How close did you get?
Oh, no.
And then we
Ooh.
can do it for ourselves. And
Ooh.
I don't have a
Just
2-year
fail.
plan.
just it'll be a real sad comparison.
Bro, if we're still doing the podcast in 2 years, we're crushing it.
Yeah. Well,
True.
yes, that's true.
100,
Okay.
104 more episodes.
104, that's it. We'll be syndicated.
Yeah, we got big plans. So yeah, come back next week. Hopefully, we'll be starting at our regular time.
No promises.
Although
Stas is a
I
busy
don't
man.
know, we might want to discuss starting an hour later in general. I don't know if
Yeah,
people would be amenable to that. We'll put the word out. Who knows?
Yeah, Commander Manor did express that she enjoys the late start.
Yeah, if her sentiment is similar to everybody else's, then yeah, we can modify it. I'm not averse to that.
Yeah, maybe a 7 p.m. start.
We'll discuss it amongst us and maybe amongst you.
We'll put it to vote.
at some
We'll
point.
let the shareholders know.
Yeah, we'll get the Discord rolling, see what everyone's opinions are.
Right.
Okay, you know what? Hey, we might be onto something. Okay, yeah, thanks for everyone for showing up. And yeah,
Homework.
we'll see you
Wait,
next week.
homework?
Already
Do we
did
have
this.
homework?
Do we have homework? I mean, I already gave you homework. Find a good poem you want to read next week.
That's not homework. I'm not doing that. Are you kidding me?
It's the most homework thing that could possibly be.
I have to do because I have to find one I like. You know how much poems I'm gonna read?
Just Google Shel Silverstein, bro. You could find a decent one.
Oh, so now I'm just skating by, aren't I? Huh? You think I'm that guy?
I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. You know, do your thing.
I'm gonna write a haiku about you. That's gonna be my favorite poem.
Okay, write your own poem. Yeah, you don't have to find a poem. Write your own poem.
No.
That's great. That's great. I love that. Take the initiative. And don't have ChatGPT write it.
That'd be so good. Write a haiku about my friend Stossel.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, now you're gonna go see what it comes up.
Yeah. 575. Oh, I know, dude. I remember haikus from high school. All right, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Hank, thanks for coming on. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Later.